Welcome back to Bearded Ramblings, episode 15, I believe it's 3. And welcome to Krendar, the man who for once his camera did not funk up. Yay! It didn't.
Yeah, good. Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't. I hate it when that happens.
Right. Sorry, I had a sip of the coffee I made and it was way too bitter. Ugh. Um, should perk me up though like crazy. We are joined by two PNG files, but one of which is voiced. Perhaps another later. Hello, Chesh.
Hello, it's me.
Now you know
Welcome
which
back.
one.
I have to say kudos to Chesh because she dropped by previously, experiencing us for the first time, and despite that, decided to come back again anyway.
What can I say? I go where I please.
Yep.
Indeed, that's very goblin of you. I love it.
It's on brand.
We also have to acknowledge that while Girly is here in spirit, there is a chance she may join us. Basically, she's just rushing around doing a lot of things. She said if she can't get on, she can't. If she can, she can. We'll know, or we won't, and that's just cold life, isn't it? Maybe we can all
is.
learn from it, and also learn to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget, we have a stream goal, and given greatly appreciated, and Krendar gets his bitty bits along with ya boy. And don't forget, down in the links are our guests, as well as Discord, Twitch, Twitter, and if you subscribe over on Twitch, where I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition, my god, then you can join us for the watch party, which is on the Discord. We are currently going through the new Avatar show. But that's it. That's the generic shilling done. So, with that said, Krenda, how has this week been for you?
Pretty good. I think the chocobo races have hurt my thumb. My thumb knuckle has been
The body is round.
a little sore for the past few days,
Hold on,
ever since
we
I
just
had
got a
to do.
dono. Oh, that's weird. It didn't actually do a read it out. Didn't read it out. But happy Easter. This is from Rose, €4.63. Happy Easter or whatever the fuck. Oh, it swore. Right. I'm running on 40% capacity right now. Who actually likes Peeps?
Peeps? I've never had Peeps, so I don't even know.
Same.
I've also never had candy corn, which is the other candy that gets complained about a lot for a different holiday.
God, candy corn.
I've
I've
had
eaten it
candy
like
corn.
twice, and it was the worst thing I've ever consumed in my life.
No, you want to.
Isn't it basically just wax?
Kinda.
Oh. I'm
don't
not a
know.
big fan. Like, I don't like the Easter jubes. I don't like things like Peeps. They're just not my type of candy. I like the little mini Cadbury eggs.
Yeah.
Not
Those
the
are good.
milk, not the milk Cadbury ones. Not the ones that the gross ass
The
fake
goop
sugar
inside,
eggs.
yeah.
Oh, bleh.
But the
I
one
do
the
like
me-
the mini eggs with that the hard candy coating.
Yeah,
I
you
love
can-
those.
You
Okay,
can
I
get
used to
one of
like
them
the.
Mm.
I used to like the big sized one with the coop inside when I was a kid, but as an adult, it just doesn't taste the same anymore.
It's so icky. I like the
It's too much.
for €3 we can get one of those it's a regular sized chocolate Easter egg, but inside it's full of the little Easter egg, of the little tiny ones that you like there, Chesh.
Yeah.
But yeah, candy corn is bad, but if you really want to have something horrible, try marrow candies one time. Like
Well, that sounds awful.
yeah, they look like bones, and you bite into them. And all I can describe is, if you turned a shoe into a sweet,
Ooh, are they actually made of marrow?
I think there might be some marrow in it. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of gelatin has like crushed bone and stuff like that in it. So
and I love jellies, but this was not a jelly.
fair.
I mean, it kind
I
of
don't
makes
know.
sense. Gelatin is made out of the connective tissue to begin with, so.
Yeah.
Chesh, How have you been?
I had a weird allergic reaction this week and I didn't know what it was. I thought I was getting bug bites. And so I was like just scratching at these bug bites. I thought there was like a spider in my bed or something. And then like it didn't go away and I started getting more and more and I'm like, what is going on? And so I figured out that it was just actually an allergic reaction when one of these spots that I thought was a bite kind of blew up on my arm and it was really gross. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, it was only happening. I live with 3 other people and this was only happening to me. And I'm like, what is going on? I have the cleanest room in the house because I'm not a bachelor. So what is going
I
on?
resemble that comment.
I can't even deny what I am. I am the trash lord. All hail me. Oh man.
Anyway,
Wonderful.
You were saying?
I finally figured out what it was. It's gone down now and I haven't found any new like little spots yet and I figured it so I think I'm pretty sure I figured out what it was. It turns out that one of the pillows that I usually sit on because I can't sit on my chair and I don't own a phone book. So I have a pillow because I'm so small. Is something called like a purple pillow, which is like with the purple mattress type thing. So it's not I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're really cool. They're not foam mattresses. They're not fabric they're not like spring mattresses. They're like this cross hatching of like this purple design thing. They're really interesting. Anyway, they warn you that they're like, hey, make sure you leave the cover on because there's sometimes in these pockets you get these little fiber things of the way we make this shit. Well, the cover was off of it because it was in the laundry and it turns out my cleanliness screwed me over because I was sitting on and like holding and throwing this pillow around that was full of these little fibers that were giving me an allergic reaction.
Oh.
Should have been a dirty bachelor. What the hell? Yeah, there it is. It's really cool. It's very heavy. It's very heavy. It's like a 2-pound pillow.
It looks like an eraser.
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're super cool. I'd show it to you, but it's away right now, so I don't until my...
It has been banished for hurting you.
Yes, it's in,
What
it's
the
in the
do
timeout
you
corner.
dare eat the forbidden ice cream bar?
It's really cool. So my whole bed is like that.
Nice.
It's really neat. I do recommend it. It's the right, at least for me, it's the right amount of like support and squish.
Yeah.
And I've had it for years now and it's held its shape fantastically. Like it hasn't like sunken down or anything like that.
My one, I got a new bed a few years ago, and it's I love it. It's got the huge headboard on it, and it's nice and big. And anyone who slept next to me in it has never had any complaints. But the mattress was from the original bed that came with the apartment, and we've been here for over a decade now. So I think it is time, if not this year, then next year. This gotta go, because my back, I'm waking up for the past month now in a lot of pain, and I've got a sciatica, so I'm already kind of a little bit on the ouchy side. So
Oh, that's not good.
yeah. Especially because
You
if
try the purple one. They're a little expensive, but they're a really good investment.
How much are we talking about?
Oh, open the website. I bought mine when it was a new company, so it wasn't that expensive. So I'm not sure if they've gone up or down since now.
Free
since
shipping,
then.
but free shipping in overseas.
I'm pretty sure they're a Canadian company, or there might be an American version as well.
Oh, 200, pillow.
Oh, those are the pillows.
Yeah, we need
You
a
want
mattress.
a mattress.
Pillow guide accessory.
Mattress is top left. Yeah, there you go.
I like how they have this thing up there that says non-toxic. And I'm like, not according to the story we just heard.
Well, yeah, it's not toxic. I just had an allergic reaction to it. It's
Yeah.
a little skin irritant. So
$1,000.
$1,000.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I wonder what exactly the allergen is involved with this thing.
I have no idea. It does have like these little fibers that get stuck inside the
Yeah.
pocket.
They're
And I
like-
shit you
whatever
not,
it
I was
means.
literally picking at it and futzing with it. So it is 100%. I was just being an idiot. I'm not thinking about it.
Daddy needs to flex, and they're all queen. I don't know. I kind of need a king if I want to stretch out, or if I've got my numerous
Oh, we've
sexual
always known
escapades.
you need a king, sir.
Well,
Hey, if you want to impose a democracy, that's on you. Or whatever it would be.
I need Do you mix up monarchy and democracy?
Monarchy, yeah, thank you.
We
Sorry, too
well,
much Helldivers.
democracy.
I am. I am a dom, so I'm always king in bed. Except when I like to get my head patted and being told I'm a good boy, then I'm something else.
That's when you're on stream.
Tell me I'm pretty.
Click the shop purple
Hold on.
essentials collection. See what's in there.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, and by the way, Chesh, you're right. Diablo 4 did recently go on the Microsoft Game Pass thing.
There we go.
I
Ooh.
will say, by the way, that one thing that I have noticed is that it does regulate temperature really, really well.
That's good because I live in a swamp, so in the summertime it gets humid.
Yeah, it doesn't get like
I could,
gross the way a fabric mattress does, and you can take off you can either buy an extra cover with it, or if you really feel like you need to, you can take off the cover that
Oh,
it comes with.
it has
and wash it.
dumpy approved folds. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I could definitely use a mattress that regulates temperature really well because I have problems sleeping when I'm too warm, but I don't think I have $2,000 worth of that problem.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how big you want your mattress, but yeah, absolutely.
Well,
You could
never-
even just pick yourself up one of the pillows. You'd be surprised how much that'll help.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I guess 2,000 is more than I would need, but still, like, I
Yeah.
would probably get a twin or double or something for myself, but that's still 1,000.
Yeah, they're expensive, but goddamn, for me, it's been a fantastic investment. I've had mine for 7 years, and it's not even showing signs of wear. And I've moved with it like across the country, and it's not even
that
showing
reminds me of-
signs of
yeah.
wear or tear.
I used to be like that I had this pillow when I was a kid that was, I think it was called foam rubber.
Yeah.
It was what it was made of. I don't think they make them anymore, but it held its shape really well, and it was really comfortable. I used that pillow until it started falling apart, which took like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
Like I was in university still using that same pillow.
Damn. Yeah. That's awesome.
It was great.
All right, let's get into some of the stuff tonight. We'll start with a sort of neutral topic, which is to say, guys be bad online to be not good. Bad is bad. I think that's
Very neutral topic.
very neutral topic.
Hey everyone, my name's Walter, and we're back here finally
Let me
once
get
again to
Walter
read
back
some more
on.
crap I found on Reddit.
Yeah.
Nice guys are men who talk themselves up about being nice, like that's enough to entirely make someone's character. The ones in these posts are often creepy about it too. Let's get started with Nice Guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. Apparently this guy's pretty wild. I got
In one of
rejected.
his earliest episodes, to use an example of neckbeards, when he was talking about neckbeards, he had TJ up without knowing who TJ was. He just typed in the word neckbeard. Yeah, and he found TJ. and
That's hilarious.
I had to break it to him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a shame because I want him to be on Drunken Pez." Like, "Oh, don't worry, he's gone now. You're fine."
By a woman
Oh,
last
that-
week. I asked her out for a bite to eat, and she told me she isn't in a place to date right now, but she was so flattered and happy I asked. I wasn't really bothered by it. I'm in my 40s and working on a 100% rejection rate, even getting a first date, so it was to be expected. We talked for a bit. She texted me a few times, so it was nice not to have been ghosted. Well, last night I caught her on a date at the place I asked her to. I wasn't happy internally, but what could I do? I'm not owed anything by her, and she is not my property,
What?
so whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't.
It's so weird to
happy.
be happy in quotation marks.
Yeah, internally. So externally would be like, oh, he was happy externally because he'd be able to like, yeah, that's great, and inside he's just like gutted.
Yeah.
Anything by her. Well, he's.
I really didn't
technically
appreciate being lied to,
right,
but again,
it's
it
not
is what
his
it is.
property, but
It is unfortunate that women can't just tell us the truth every time. I mean, I'd like it.
well, yeah, but a lot of women are terrified
in
that
general.
like if you don't handle rejection well, you know, you could beat the shit out of them because we are stronger than them. Like that's a lot of women. I asked them like stuff like that, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I would sometimes have to create lies towards guys because we are trained to kind of like let them down easily and then back away in case they can't take no with grace.
Because you never know. Like somebody who seems nice could flip or suddenly.
Yes. Jess, has that ever happened to you where someone didn't take no well?
But you're familiar with my history with Steve, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
That's somebody who didn't take no very well.
Oh God, yeah.
But
these
if you're
videos-
talking about like a dating scenario, yeah, oh yeah, all the time. It's a pretty normal thing to, and like it's a little bit beyond just a rejection thing. There is a societal sorry expectation that is put on women, or women are taught to emotion, like to cater to a man's emotions in general. So whether you're letting them down easy, or whether you're kind of beating around the bush to like judge how they're going to react for your own protection, or whether or not you're just kind of expected to, for example, like, oh well, you should smile at people all the time, stuff like that. And so it's like it's a pretty regular occurrence that it's doing otherwise is not only societally not acceptable, but it's also dangerous in some cases.
Yeah. And
So yeah, it happens all the time.
Hell, have you seen what's happening in New York? We actually have the footage of it. The women just randomly
Yeah.
getting punched.
He also assumes that she was lying. She might
Yeah.
not have been lying. She might not have been in a place to date. She might have been on that date and doing the exact same thing that he was, smiling externally but screaming on the inside, right? He doesn't know. He's
It might
making
not have
these
even been a
assumptions.
date.
He
It
doesn't-
might have been something
It
else
might not have
entirely.
right. It might not have even been a date, and it's also possible that when he asked her out a week later, somebody else came along and checked her boxes better, and so she was more in a place to be willing to take that risk than she was
Yeah.
with this other individual.
No one likes to be the loser in a sort of like a potential love triangle going on, but when you don't win, it's the same thing. When you do win, you have a little class about it. Okay, so that fucking sucks. The girl that you like from work, or a friend from college or whatever, you asked them out and they said thanks but no thanks, and then you find out, oh shit, they gave someone else a shot. Yeah. Fucking cope. Oh well. Like,
People will take rejection personally when it's not about you.
no.
A lot of the time. People will be like, but why did I get rejected? Well, it's not about you. They're rejecting on you on their behalf. It's about them, right? And so because you take rejection personally, you think that you did something wrong, or you feel like you did something wrong, or you feel like there's something wrong with you, and that's not at all the interaction that's actually happening.
And then they go online and they find other men who think like that, and other men who will prey on men like
Or
that.
they'll
Like,
get
say,
a
the
gun from
Andrew
their car
Tates.
and shoot the woman when she leaves the bar later.
Yeah. Drive their car through a window, or send
Yeah.
50,000 drunken schizo post messages.
It would be great if women didn't have to lie to men, so
Yeah.
they don't fucking drive their car through a fucking bar. Like, what are you doing?
It's one of those things that, like, a lot of people these days are complaining like they feel really alone. Well, women feel alone too. A lot of times they don't want to go through the emotional minefield, and perhaps even the physical like dangers that come with it of modern day dating. When it's safer to not, like, get jumped, but then they feel lonely too, and then other grifters come in and take advantage of that. We all know about
Well,
MGTOW
Athens
stuff.
in the chat
but-
is right. They're just not into you, and don't take it
Don't take it
personally.
personally,
Yeah, it's not
yes.
about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
kind
about
of
them.
highlight why. A certain
Look at this. Like, this is a real
Yeah.
picture made by someone.
That's
type of man
fucking
just cannot
hilarious.
deal with any type of
I
rejection.
like that raped is in quotes.
Right?
Yeah.
I was content
Everybody
to
knows
just
it
move
doesn't
on,
actually
but she
happen. Come on.
Yeah,
has
it's
since
fake
sent me
news.
a few text messages trying to explain her side. I don't care about her side, and I responded briefly and coldly. I feel very bitter right
Exactly.
now because
There's
this
a-
isn't a one-off
Yeah, you don't care. That's why you made this post.
occurrence.
Well,
It's the story of my
and that's
fucking
probably
life.
why she rejected you.
Right?
You're not. You don't care. You only want to date her for your own ego,
Mm-hmm.
not because you actually like her.
I've been everything from stood up to outright used as a prop And I've also been pounded by women who I don't fancy, and I've been out on dates. I'm going out next week with someone I really like, and I'm really looking forward to it. But Jesus fucking Christ, not all women are not this just gestalt blob that all have one hive mind.
Homogenous group, yeah.
Yeah, you all speak in unison. Just talk to any woman to know that every other woman sucks except for them.
Go to any family event where there are multiple women in the family.
Oh, and they all have the room to themselves, and the wine is flowing. Oh,
It's
yeah.
not, or like if you really want to, because this doesn't, you'd be surprised at how much this doesn't happen. If you have a family gathering and you have like aunts and uncles or whatever, when before dinner or whatever, or after dinner, go stand in the kitchen.
I was raised Catholic. I know the power of women in the kitchen, and it has nothing to do with food.
Yeah, just don't participate. God forbid. Don't get in the way.
But do prick up your ears a bit.
Yeah, just stand nearby and listen.
You can bring down empires with the gossip that are passed between them.
Oh my God,
I honestly don't even know what is the point of liking anyone if no one is ever going to reciprocate interest. All I know
don't
for
like them,
sure is that
though.
I'm not interested in being her emotional tampon whenever she wants to vent.
What?
I didn't mind that in the past because I genuinely cared about women who did it, but it really hurts when that's all they
What?
see you as.
What?
I listened with
What?
interest,
You sent
engaged
her
with
a
appropriate
message. She
responses, not
explained
because
to
I...
you when you said you didn't care. That's not you being her emotional tampon.
Yeah,
Sounds like
You asked her a
an emotional
question and she
tampon.
answered it, and you didn't like the answer because you already made up your mind about a situation you don't understand.
You're a used tampon,
Yeah.
not an emotional tampon. Out you go.
Oh God. Isn't the whole point that you do want to be in her vagina? Doesn't that make you a
Right.
tampon by definition?
Yeah, that's true.
Because you
He's-
suck.
He's clearly the one being all emotional here, so.
And he's not
Uh-huh.
even doing it in a healthy way of being like, okay, now I need to reflect on what I'm doing. He's like, no, fuck women suck.
No, it's denial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's in
wanted
his
to get in their
40s?
pants, but because I
Fuck's
like
sake.
them as people. The end result is always, and I mean always, lies and a complete dismissal towards my own feelings when they inevitably
Always.
get bored and
really,
ghost.
because I have a very different experience with women, and it isn't the term always. It
A
happens,
different
but women,
data set.
yeah,
There's
women,
no such thing as always.
yeah.
Me. Not that I don't get his complaints at all. He should probably ghost that girl if he doesn't want to talk to her. But it's wild that this guy's in his 40s. He sounds just like a high schooler. He even uses incel terms like emotional tamp.
Look at this looks maxing shit. Oh my god.
I have a super favorite. You guys have any favorite incel terminology?
I've always like femoid.
Femoid's a good one.
Emoid's a good one. My favorite is the cock carousel.
Yeah.
The what?
Yes.
Is that supposed to be like a woman that's sleeping around a lot or something?
That is
I haven't heard that one.
any woman that is like older than 25 has been riding the cock carousel. Which
And
it
when they're
basically
done
means
with
they're
it, they
going
kick
around,
you.
like- yeah.
And then you become a
It's super funny.
cock.
So funny.
Cuckacell.
I always want the magical roundabout music to play when that opens.
That's it plays in my head every time I use the term. Like I get
cock
the. You guys
carousel.
ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Yeah.
That music is playing in my head.
On.
That's great.
You can
I
animate.
am
You can
suffering
make
from
that
severe
happen.
effects of loneliness on my body that most people who ever read cannot even conceive of.
What?
I hugged a woman I liked a few months ago, and I couldn't believe how much stress and anxiety was lifted for weeks after.
Dude, if it's
was like-
physical contact, just bite the bullet and get a hooker, okay? If it's just that.
Literal weights were removed from my chest, and I never even knew this was a
Literal
thing.
weights.
I think the last time I was allowed to hug a woman, I was a teen in the 90s.
What?
I feel so deprived of the basic
That's a red flag.
Uh-huh.
human experiences most people take for granted.
Like, this is
But
male
yeah, right now I
loneliness,
feel
but
bitter.
I can't...
Is anybody sensing restraining orders on this guy at this point?
Oh, you know his last relationship ended in a way that it's all her fault, but he talks for 5 minutes. Do you think that it's normal that a woman hangs out with her friends? Yes. Well, you sound like you don't understand how relationships work at all. Uh-huh. You know,
No,
everyone-
you, sir.
Everyone thinks that they are in the right. in these situations. They can't be. So someone has to be. Maybe both people are in the wrong, but they both can't be right.
I mean, it's
So-
usually a mix of some
Yeah.
degree, you know.
Of course, but then you've got like the responses.
I mean, I can understand people feeling like emotionally despondent and distant and frustrated because they're not getting like regular human contact,
Hmm.
right? But you know what? All you have to do, make some
friends.
friends.
Oh, did I ever, Chesh, did I ever tell you, do you remember actual Jake, Papa Jake?
Yeah.
I was on his Twitter feed when he was talking to some incels, and as a response, his comment feed was full of incels. And I responded to one by going like, all you have to do is just make some friends, and then in times you'll make new friends, and you'll learn to grow and be around people in a better way. You'll feel better, they'll feel better, you'll be able to be a person. Obviously I didn't use this many words, word limit and all that. But his response back, I shit you not, I don't want friends, I want to get laid.
Then hire somebody to fuck then.
Yeah,
Like, then what's the
yeah.
problem?
Yes.
Then what's the problem?
Because no one
If
will
that's
want to
all
fuck
you
you
want,
if you don't
why
have...
are you
yeah.
making that everybody else's issue, dude?
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty straightforward. Like, if you're hungry, go and eat. If you need to sleep, go and sleep. If you need to take a shit, take a shit. And if you need to fuck and
Right?
masturbation doesn't do it, go out and fuck.
Go to fucking McDonald's and go get a Big Mac. It's not
Right?
that it's not that deep.
It's a
You don't need to
neat-
be like, I could literally never eat because I need a 5-star chef to volunteer to come to my house. Like, what are you
Right.
talking about?
Um,
Insane.
Like,
It's-
if Gordon Ramsay doesn't want to make me a meal because he likes me, then I'm just gonna starve.
right.
Right.
This is how
And
so
I'm gonna
many of them
complain
want.
about it online.
No, it's worse than Gordon Ramsay. At least he's real. They'll create the ultimate TV chef that won't come to their house. They're not
Ramsay.
real.
Bitter enough to not care if someone calls me an
Ramsay
incel.
XL.
Bitter to not care about any woman's problems that they don't care about mine. Bitter that
Why
I
would
have to live
any
with the
woman wanna
knowledge that
care
people
about you? You
date
sound like a
others they
horrible
find
person.
reprehensible just because they are bored or they want a free meal, and I could never even get that. Edit.
What?
The biggest takeaway I'm getting from this is that people really have a problem with me using the word emotional tampon.
That's
They
not a
literally
word.
don't
it's
care
two
about me being a
words.
40-year-old dateless virgin suffering from touch starvation.
Wow. Okay. I feel I feel a level of sympathy for this fuckwit, but he's still a fuckwit, and I can be sympathetic and still want to hurry him out of the room because he's bringing the fucking. He's like a walking cloud, a storm cloud, to just come in and everyone's like, what's this fucking thing? Well, get it out of here. Why would any woman want to date you? You sound awful.
I feel like he's such a downer. He's got like this negativity aura. You could feel him in the room even if you're
He's
behind
a
you and you
cooler.
haven't seen
If
him
you
yet.
know what a cooler is from casinos.
No.
Some casinos have this.
Yeah.
Chesh knows what it is. They're from casinos. You basically put them down next to a guy on a table who's really doing well, and suddenly his luck will turn. He's just this sort of, and he's this jinx basically. He just brings down the mood. He brings down your odds. It's kind of a superstition, but some casinos unofficially keep them on their payroll, and that's what he is.
Yeah.
Except of there's a whole film about it and everything.
To be a cooler, you have to have some kind of charisma, though, and know what you're doing. This guy is just like a walking downer, where he just
Yeah.
walks into the whole, like the whole bar is having a good time. Everybody's doing karaoke, jumping up, singing around, and then he comes on and sings about how sad he is and ruins the whole fucking mood of the place.
It's like
Right.
he is one, but naturally, and he can't turn it off.
Well, no, you have to be a
I'm
natural
a
cooler. But
creep.
yeah, yeah, I'm a
I'm a
weirdo.
Yeah.
What the hell am I doing here?
I just mean
This-
it's like what the coolers are pretending to be, but he just really is it.
Yes,
I
yeah.
picture him doing that shit face at like an Applebee's, and it's for like a kid's like 12-year-old birthday.
I was 12 once.
It's all
Sitting in
downhill
the
from
corner, like,
here. I didn't
nursing
even get a
somebody.
birthday. He's like Marshall Mathers in that regard. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's sitting in the corner and he's like it looks like he's nursing a drink, except it's like a Coors Light. He's got a fedora tipped down. He's wearing a cloak, brooding, and like, why won't
The
anybody
worst
talk
people
to
you
me?
meet at an anime convention. But he won't even
have
go
said
to
it
one.
right. That's
The
not
ones that
important.
don't
Fuck my
understand that
feelings.
cosplay
I
doesn't
said
equal
emotional
consent.
tampon.
Right.
This is now my new
Just
favorite
grabbing
word.
People and shit.
Yeah.
Though a girl in a convention did one in a bunny suit did ask me to spank her so hard she went flying into a wall.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
you know.
And here's a photo of him after he took his fedora off.
I guess his takeaway is that he should double down on the thing that people didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, using
Foreshadowing
incel
the
words is
greatest
always the
character
best way to
ever
get laid.
exist.
It reminds me of that gazpacho story. Probably haven't read this one since my first channel.
There's a story.
Yesterday I was out getting lunch that recently added gazpacho, a cold Spanish tomato soup, to their menu. I overheard two women ahead of me in line talking about the new gazpacho. One of the women asked the other what gazpacho is. The other woman says that it's like salsa that you drink. The first woman says that
That's fair.
gazpacho is creepy. The second woman agreed.
What?
After that, I
What?
made sure to get some gazpacho with my lunch, because I was not going to let women ruin gazpacho, especially by calling gazpacho creepy.
Hold on. Pause.
What?
That was a sentence. A collection of them even.
How in the fuck is cold tomato soup creepy? What? The fuck?
I'm gonna be real with all of you.
I think it's like just their way of calling it weird. Like, oh, cold tomato soup salsa? That's weird. I wouldn't want to,
It's-
like, I don't think I want to try that, right? Like, it's just a
it's-
colloquial
yeah.
throwaway thing. They weren't actually,
It's
like,
weird.
analyzing it to say that it looked at me funny.
Yeah, that's so weird though. Gazpacho's actually pretty good, by the way.
You know what?
Sounds good.
I'll level
Gotta
with
make
you.
it.
I've never had it, and the only way I heard about it was from the episode of The Simpsons where Lisa became a vegetarian, and she wanted to have them all replace their barbecue with gazpacho, and I didn't know what it was. And then years later, I'm like, oh, I saw it on a menu, and I thought about trying it. And I'm like, ugh. But I wouldn't have thought it was creepy.
It's very tasty actually if it's made well. It's super easy too. You're essentially just making a vegetable smoothie more or less. You just get a bunch of stuff and you put it in a blender and you're done. It's almost like
Yeah, it's a classic.
fancier V8 kind of.
Anyway, we've got
Fly
this guy
directly to
reacting to
forehead.
comments now. Just reading your responses to comments here makes me recoil. I can only imagine all the contempt and rancor you must be exuding in person. People pick up on these things, mostly subconsciously, so it's no wonder you're getting such consistent rejection. An attitude adjustment is in order if there's any hope of salvaging your love life.
Defensive.
Good luck. Thanks for the
Make
useless and
some
hollow
friends.
observation. Not only-
Useless and hollow observation.
Not only are you insufferable, you are a coward too. Blocking people whose comments you didn't agree with and not allowing them to respond. You truly deserve the life you have
Oh, it's
right
Jared.
now. I sincerely hope nobody suffers the misfortune of becoming your romantic partner. What a disgrace. Which is seemingly what you want. You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. You admit these women owe you nothing, yet you feel entitled to something more than having a friend to vent to. You're bitter because your perspective and narrative is distorted. Until you get therapy, you aren't going to find what you want. It sucks to be lonely.
Indeed.
You aren't entitled to anything from anyone.
Yeah.
Every man I dated for a significant time and the one I married were all best friends first. That's not a dead end, nor should you expect
Look
anything.
at this woman. Look at this woman going out of her way to explain in great detail, incredibly kindly, exactly what this dude's problem is, in a way that it is easily understandable and applies directly to what he said. Oh my god, what an angel.
else. Be a human looking to connect with other humans in any form.
Here's his response.
The complete and total lack of reading comprehension is unbelievable with some people here. It's like some of you guys just run with whatever narrative you have in your head.
What?
If you're this aggressive and blunt
my
IRL, it's little
God.
wonder you're
Mean.
alone.
That was called a deflection, and it was pretty obvious.
Oh
Sounds like
my
This guy's
god.
arguing with himself in the mirror, basically.
The lack of reading comprehension here is amazing. Yes, yours. It's yours. It's your reading comprehension. You're the problem. It's you.
Oh my god, I'm the problem, it's me. Yes, you
Right?
are.
Holy.
Another smooth brain take.
Smooth brain.
I think he's just going
Oh,
to
that's
keep.
another incel. Like anyone who says smooth brain, unironically.
I
doubling
love
down.
that little meme that goes around that's just like, you have a smooth brain, a smooth brain, no wrinkles or bumps or valleys or lumps. All ideas just slide right off.
I love the big brain Wojaks that are all broken and like they're just they're like
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
the plug adapter that's plugged into itself, or the microwave that's microwaving its own brain.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
I like
even
the
more pissed
brain
about-
that's got like the Rage comic one that the guy's brain is so big that it turns into like a big
A
sitting
chair.
chair. Like Earth and
Yeah, I've
Lucifer.
seen
I
one
love
that-
one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's so big that it becomes a chessboard, and on the other end of it,
Yeah.
a version of himself playing chess with himself.
I always liked as well the comment that like all these Wojak memes that like the far right are doing all the time is just like,
Dolls.
oh, so the far rights are basically just playing dolls with themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
About women after getting
Amazing.
advice from them on
They
Reddit.
can't play with the real world because no one
If he
plays with
comes
them.
across like this on dates or just conversing with women, it's no wonder he is alone. His posts and his comments are exuding nothing but bitterness, condescension, and so much anger. Sure, it's hard to be this lonely, but he is his own worst enemy.
Get a fucking dog.
One of the comments hit the nail on the head.
No, don't wish that upon. No,
Insufferable.
don't force a dog
I think
to deal
that
with that.
Well,
Right.
dogs can, in theory, help. They like therapy.
Yeah, but that
dogs.
wouldn't be good for the dog though.
Go to how about
describes
go
him
to a
precise-
cat cafe or go to like a dog cafe where
Oh,
there's like
he would
puppies
just call them
everywhere.
all. He'd all call like
Just
the
like
staff
direct
sluts.
serotonin into the forehead. Like
Actually,
just go
that's-
to go to one of those cafes where there's just like puppies everywhere, and it's
I
like
like that idea as well because then the dogs don't have to put up with him for longer than maybe an hour.
Right, exactly. The dogs don't have to be there all the time. We know that the dogs and the puppies are well taken care of. If he starts to feel better and gets therapy and shit, he can adopt one of the dogs that helped him along the way. It would be a whole movie. It'd be great. It'd be a feel good. The dog would die at the end. Everyone would cry. He'd go back to that cafe and find another dog.
You
that
can't
looks almost
engage him in
identical to
conversation.
his furry puppy.
The credits.
Academy
would,
Award. You're
Yeah, the
welcome.
credits
Yeah.
would start rolling, and then it would cut to the real life version of him in a black and white
Exactly.
photo, and he's like now helping children across the world or something like that.
Yeah.
The old man version of him is played by Tom Hanks.
He opens his own
Without
cafe
triggering
in a
some
town
flippant,
that doesn't have
downright
one to
disres-
help it, like incel cafe.
It should
that's full of
start with
fucking
elderly. It should start with like a bait and switch where it shows another incel getting really angry at this cafe, and then you just hear like old Tom Hanks. I was like you once, full of rage.
puppies. Yeah.
And then he tells you your
Perfect.
tale.
Perfect.
Respectful,
Yeah.
if not offensive, snide remark from him. I hope he has the life he
found
deserves.
love.
Could be that he's already got it.
Well, he has
He
to
ends
start
up
by
Here's
loving
what I'm
himself.
thinking.
So he ends up married to
What
one of
are
the
you-
waitresses at the cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a new one.
Thinking. You, me, a real date. Not like how kids do it these days. Like a real date.
Oh my
I'll
god.
pick you up,
What?
say 5:30.
Oh, no,
Flowers,
no, no,
a pretty
no,
car,
no,
and a
no,
pretty
no,
girl.
no, no.
First we grab dinner. Your favorite place, obviously.
She's a prop.
This is
Talk
too
for like
long.
an hour.
Stop,
Yeah.
please stop. You just
Over
need to
dinner.
say, "Hey, how would you like to go on a date with me at the bar? What time works for you?" Like,
It doesn't even.
Stop.
This is a lot of detail.
stop
Right?
writing a fan fiction before she said yes.
Because when you get rejected, it'll just hurt all that more, and you won't be able to deal with it because you didn't realize that this was a terrible idea to begin with.
I really
Then
hope
we
she
catch at
rejects
7
him, and then he was like, why did you reject me?" And she's like, "There's too many spelling errors and grammatical errors in your post."
Yes.
Clock movie. The best one out. Like Spider-Man or something awesome. Then we go get ice cream. I'll get strawberry, and you get your favorite
he's
flavor.
choosing
And we can sit there and low-key
even
fall in
the
love with
color.
each other while we watch cars go by and talk
What?
about life. Then have you
What?
home by your 9 o'clock curfew, and if I'm lucky, a hug and a kiss goodnight. I put a lot of
Then
thought
we
into
get
that.
married and live happily ever after.
Oh man, is that a lot of time and money spent on a first date? I hope he's already certain she's into him. Anyway, we're mostly here for this reaction. Fuck off. Even if a man wrote this to you, genuinely, you would fuck him off because he's a nice guy. You would all pick the troubled
What?
bloke who acts
You would
hard
fuck
everywhere,
him
who
off?
then
What does
proceeds
that
to treat you
mean?
terribly for years, but you love him, all the while calling guys who open doors and pay for dinner and act as protectors toxic. Sound familiar? That's
Yes.
right.
No.
You girls and
And it's
women
terrible.
ruined it for yourselves,
Awful.
because
You're
now the
awful
real and
people.
good men
You're
don't want
awful bad.
relationships. So well done, you. Okay, going by his own narrative, women don't want nice guys, so I'm sure they're real concerned that they can't get them now. But really, all this is just not true. It's also just way too long for a first date. Dinner, a movie, and ice cream after? That's realistically going to take like 6 hours. There's a reason that a lot of people prefer drinks as a first date, and it's so that they can leave if they aren't having a good time. But how can you not have a good time?
Oh,
planned it so...
no. 9 p.m. curfew. I hope this is an adult we're talking about. This is the same 40-year-old from before asking a 14-year-old on a date.
Carefully,
Ugh.
right down to when you'll fall in love, what you'll be eating, and what you'll be looking.
by 9 p.m. like a good little girl. Because
Right.
obviously she still has to live with her father. Did he also ask her dad if they're allowed to go on a date?
Well, if he really was traditional, there would be no asking involved. You would just put your families would meet up, and then you get an arranged marriage going on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like maybe he's so confident because the dad already said yes.
No, he doesn't even. He didn't even send this
Why is
message.
there
to her.
no
He
in
sent it to
between?
the-
Yeah.
He takes it into the reading room, the dad, and he starts looking at the message like the way they used to look at old Bibles with the giant magnifying glass, looking at each word particularly. Fascinating.
Rose
These
in the
guys.
chat said this stream of low energy videos is sponsored by Grammarly, available both desktop and Android and Apple. Grammarly, the app that tries its best to keep you from looking like a Neanderthal.
Glorious.
It's either sickly, sweet, presumptuous nice guy or abusive bad boy. Where oh where are just the normal guys? Oh yeah, off doing literally anything other than ranting about women online. People are mostly
Yeah.
talking about the date idea rather than the actual post. Women can be the sweetest, most caring, absolutely the most gorgeous of people, then deny a guy simply because he's poor. I hope that doesn't happen to me.
That's
Bar
not why
scene seems dead
Lucas.
tonight for a Friday. Maybe Saturday nights are more the bop. The bop? This is
The
how he's going to
bop.
talk to women half his age?
Oh,
you
much
wear
more
fake
than
lash-
half. He's well in his 40s now.
Shiz, you probably have a
And he
fake
wants them way
personality.
younger,
You don't even
too.
react to my posts. You do have a fake personality, you shallow dummies. Oh, I'm sure they'll
live in
sleep
a
with you now that
homeless
you've insulted
shelter.
them, Lucas. Brilliant play there. Know what sucks about my generation? You either have to be good looking or have a lot of money to catch any attention from women. A lot of women nowadays are too fucking stuck up to try and even talk to because they believe they deserve a greed-filled life.
Greed.
I know ugly guys like me are never first pick, but from how I've been seeing shit lately, good-looking guys always treating women like shit. I know for damn sure I'm not
How do
perfect.
you know?
He has no money.
How do you know that? What are you observing? Because I see this a lot, right? Where it's like, oh, good-looking guys treat women poorly. But what observation are you making?
Oh,
What
it's
are
a
these
code
men
word
doing
for
that you
they
think-
can't use thug as openly anymore because we've spotted what that
Right.
word means. Yeah, good-looking guy. A good-looking guys terms with names like Jerome and Cortez. You know, yeah. Maybe Ahmed for good measure. Yeah, good old Ahmed, who's good-looking.
Right? So it's like, what are you even what are the behaviors you're even observing that you're complaining about? Because you don't know what's happening behind closed doors.
They can't know how anything's happening because they have no life except for staying online and hearing about these stories.
Well, this
It's the
involves
most-
leaving the house, and I
Yeah.
don't believe you've left the house.
It's why we mock Cobes when he tries to give life lessons. The motherfucker leaves his apartment, what, like 5 times a year? You know, like,
Go to the bar.
can't even go to the bar anymore. He's been banned from most of them.
I'd never treat a woman like shit. My mom would whoop my fucking ass all over the place if she found out I was treating a girl like shit.
And I'd let
Don't
her.
really understand why a lot of women in my generation go for the guys that treat them like shit. Guess I'll never understand.
No,
But
you
at least
won't.
give the ugly guy a chance to prove themselves.
No.
Yeah, we may work dead-end jobs, don't have
No,
a shit
you
ton of
do.
money,
They
but I could
already
still
did.
work
They
my
already
ass
gave you a
off to
chance.
give a woman the world. Might take me a while, but all I can do is work my ass off till it pays off. He's really selling
I think
himself
they
with this
actually
poor and
don't
ugly angle,
understand
isn't he?
that. Like, I think that's actually
He
a legit
defi-
problem. They don't understand that they've already been given a chance.
Oh yeah, but no, I was just joking, saying that we should like not give them a chance and actively like feed into their paranoia. What's
Yeah,
the
no,
worst
I
that
know,
could
that's-
happen?
That's what I mean, right? Like I'm agreeing with you. This guy, like on the post, was like, "Why don't they give ugly guys a chance?" And it's like, you don't understand that you've already gotten the chance. Like you don't understand.
You're
Women
so
are
inept and you're
observant
so stuck up your own ass that you didn't realize that you got your chance, you blew it, and you gave up more than just we can maybe stay friendly to all the red flags. Get the fuck away from me, weirdo. Like I've had to be
Yeah.
someone's magical boyfriend all of a sudden when like the guy was not taking a hint, and
Yeah.
she had to like grab hold of my arm at the bar and just be like, "Oh hey hon," and she kind of whispers and explain. I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And after that, you just kind of stomped off. They look like
Yeah.
they're being told they're not getting Christmas presents this year when that
Yeah.
happens.
It's like they don't. It's the classic. Like the game already started before you sat down at the table, right?
It's
like,
Benny's
like
from New Vegas. The game is rigged from the start.
Well, and the thing is like, yeah, I get it. You have like a hard life. You've had a hard time. Like you think that you're not attractive, and that's worn you down, and you feel lonely, and that's hard. And like, yes, okay, that's nobody's disagreeing with that, and that sucks. But what you don't understand is when you imbibe that and you make that your identity, people see that from a mile away.
Yeah. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, like you want to act
Right,
like the loser
exactly.
that no one wants to hang out with. Congratulations, you got what you wanted.
You-
Why are you crying?
Odds are you lost your, like, for example, like if you're going into a coffee shop and you want to talk to like the barista and you want to ask her on a date, she already took vibe check off of you when you walked in the fucking door, dude.
And
It's
hell,
too late by the time you're
she's
talking to her.
probably being hit
Unless
on
you-
by like
unless
50
you whip
other
out some
guys
fucking-
too that day.
Unless you whip out a dick made out of gold that spews diamonds, you're not fucking gonna get very far.
Ooh,
That
that's
sounds painful.
yeah, that sounds like the worst kidney stones you could have, but also the most productive.
Painful for both people involved, actually.
But
Imagine
actually,
them
gold is
taking
pretty
it.
soft.
Yeah, but you'd have to keep it at you'd have to keep it at a oh no, we're not going to go into
Though.
metallurgy sort of thing. Can we keep it at a liquid state enough without burning your cock off enough for you to pee it out? We just bring out these charts and graphs.
I'm
Hey,
pretty sure
Vsauce, Michael
gold has
here.
has a lower liquid temperature than diamonds do.
Definitely treats women like crap. People who don't treat women like crap don't have to point it out like it's some special achievement to treat others decently and
Yep.
with respect.
Yep.
Look how condescending and
111.
judgy he is towards women in his post. I guess the best thing this
Bah.
guy can say is that he won't hit you. He won't treat you like shit, but only because his mom would be mad if she found out. So this guy is ugly and broke? On top of that, he's calling all women stuck up. I wonder what he could possibly have to offer a woman.
Telomeres.
Right.
It's almost like this was another Lucas post, isn't it? Why do bad boys get women wet? It seems like the more of a jerk and bad
Because
boy
they're not you.
guy is, the more women are attracted to him.
Calm
It's
down,
weird how
Ben
women always
Shapiro.
talk about how they hate misogynistic talk and being
Wet
objectified,
ass
but those same
E-word.
women will shake their ass to some rap
Women
song
don't
talking
care.
about how
My
guys
wife
just want to
said
get head
so.
from them
I
and kick them
can't
to the
care
curb.
what-
Here's the thing.
There is one
I love
word,
rap.
there is a one-word answer to this post. Do you guys know what it is?
Standards.
Close.
Okay, let's hear it.
Consent.
Well, I could have also
You
used it in
can-
context as well. That would have worked.
There's context would be good. Consent. The thing is like about women being objectified and wanting like, oh well, this guy treats her what she wouldn't let me treat her that way, but she lets this guy treat her that way. It's consent. It's consent. Consent.
Yeah.
Because she trusts him to do it and not you.
Right. There's more to their relationship, which is where context would come in.
But their
Yeah.
understanding of relationships is so superficial, normally based off what they've seen in media
yeah.
and thinking, usually really crappy media too, and thinking this is how it is, you know. Like don't look at the Fast and Furious films as an example of how to pick up women, okay?
Don't take life lessons.
And I wish
from
I was a
other
rapper. But I can't deny that a lot of the music is misogynistic and objectifying,
Except for
and
us.
yet most women
We're
would
very
bend
smart.
over and spread their
Wow.
ass cheeks for any decently popular rapper in
kids. Got
mainstream
a
media.
shallow understanding of rap music.
Even guys who have
too.
been
That's
known to
kinda
not just
racist,
rap
dude.
about bad things, but they
What
actually
did I
do them
say?
and brag
I
about
can't
them.
say thugs
Billie
anymore
Eilish did
unless
a
they want to
video where
face
she was
off.
talking about how much she cared about XXX
Mask off.
Tentacion and how he was a good person, and most of the people in the comments were like, no, he beat women. And why does Billie surround herself with disgusting men? I don't know if they ever hooked up, but it wouldn't surprise me. Even in high school,
Why
it was the
would
jock
one
dudes who were
woman
stuffing
have a
nerds in
different
lockers
opinion from every other women.
Yeah,
I know,
but
right?
It's the Borg Queen logic, you know. You're all just in a hive mind.
and breaking the rules that got girls excited. The guys that tried to be nice got pushed aside or became emotional support
They're
friends,
stuck
while the
in high
bad boys
school.
got the
They're
fuck on the
always
weekends.
stuck in high school.
I promise you I'm not trying to be a
Emotional
nice
support
guy or an
friends. What the
incel,
fuck
but I
else
see
is
this
a
happening so
friendship,
much.
you
I
dipshit?
can't deny it. Women
Help
get
you
wet
move
when
a
they see this
couch. That's the only other thing that's useful. They help you move a couch.
misogynistic, rude, assertive dudes.
That's the only reason I talk to anybody.
Man, I hate it when people make me
That's how
type
I
the
judge
word
my friends.
misogynistic a bunch of times.
Do I think this person would be capable of assisting me in moving a couch? Yes, no.
I just picturing now your entire home is just full of all these unmoved sofas everywhere as far as the eye can see.
Yep.
I like how he's
I'm
aware that he's
clearly too
acting
small and
exactly like a
incapable
nice
to move
guy,
a
but
sofa
trust
by
him, he's
myself.
not one. Because he said so.
It's
There's
hard
a
for
story
a
that I think I
goblin.
should read in the comments here.
Yeah.
It's so hard to explain to guys how obviously fake it is. But it's so obvious. I had a guy
Anybody
in
else
college who was a really stressful
hanging out in a swimming pool right now?
Yeah, I'd be
Oh.
down for a pool.
That'd be
doormat.
great. I just
That
want
was-
to float.
I want to see you in the Cobes bikini though. Actually I'll wear it too if you feel self-conscious.
Oh my god, if we hang out,
So
do
forget-
either you guys have a pool? Because if we hang out, I'll show up and we'll wear it. We'll all just vibe, do this show at a pool. Why not?
No, I am off in Philadelphia in September. If we can find a pool or at least a hot tub, there we go. I'm just saying.
Oh, hell yeah.
full klutz, and if I forgot my
Fan
pencils
meetup
for
in
life drawing
September,
class, he'd give me his whole
Philadelphia.
pencil case. I'd refuse because that'd just get him in trouble instead for not having tools. And the idea of getting someone else in
There's
trouble
so
stressed me out.
All right, we're not on an endless time frame, so we can move on. Thank you, Walter, for your incredible service. Here's Michael J. Fox in a Honda ad. Aww, look how young he is.
1989. It's using the fucking Back to the Future theme.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't even know what the hell it's like.
Oh, it's Japanese for some reason.
Yep.
Oh, Philadelphia's not that bad.
Yeah, here, buy our car because Michael J. Fox fell over on a sidewalk.
Right now, do you ever watch Lost in Translation?
No.
Bill
Is
Murray.
Bill Murray in that
Yeah,
movie?
Bill Murray and Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson, and
Yep.
he's playing an actor who's well past his prime, and he's doing an ad over in Japan, and he's just there just to hold up the fucking whiskey and say the line in English. It's the same principle. It's just
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
what's
that's
have
a
to
real
do-
thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was one with Michael Jackson. There's a few of them that did it.
What did any of this have
It's
to
so
do with a
weird. It
car?
definitely happens.
Nothing. Japanese ads are wacky though.
I love
They
them.
are.
Oh, you ever seen Long Long Man?
They dubbed that. He didn't say that. I don't believe that.
Let's just hear it one more time.
Probably.
Kako
Oh, yeah, totally.
Integra. They tried
Definitely
10
not his
takes, and he just
He
couldn't get the...
tried.
Yeah. No,
tried.
wrong! The
Would've
translator's
been
like,
better if it had
do it
been-
You
again.
filter fish. You make fun
Yeah.
of my English. He can't speak 2 words in Japan in Chinese.
Here's actual, here's some more Japanese culture.
I miss
Ooh, hello.
movie bloopers at the end of the movie or during the
Oh, yeah, those are fun.
They were great.
They did it in Toy Story. They straight up animated whole sequences for that shit on Toy Story 2. It was amazing.
It's glorious.
You can't even. I miss physical media back in the day, like even like directors' commentaries and shit like that. Now it's all just direct
Oh,
on
there-
streaming.
Yeah, there was like the Lord of the Rings did it and it was really
Oh,
good.
that
There was
was
one that was really good. So surprisingly good cast commentary is the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh, I've listened to that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's really good commentary.
This fried pork bowl in Japan nearly destroyed me, and I'm not exaggerating this time. I'm about 5 minutes from the legendary Koshien Stadium, but not to
Enjoy
go
it
watch
while we
baseball.
can.
I'm really here to eat.
We're off to Sargon
because this
after
channel
this.
isn't Japan Watch Baseball yet.
Oh, no.
It's Japan Eat. And
We're
it's
gonna need our
This
nourishment.
place is insanely local, and it's loaded to the brim with signatures,
Insanely
which I know means
local.
it's going to be good, but it seems like Don Cheadle hasn't
Call-
been here either, so I'm still not impressed. The staff is extremely friendly, but almost to a fault. The nice lady working there gave me extra meat because she said I looked hungry, which I was happy about, but it would later send me into the pits of despair. Blissfully unaware of my situation, I poured my tea from a kettle like some sort of fancy-dancy prince. Katsudon is honestly my favorite bowl in Japan. It's It's always overshadowed by beef bowls, but to me, it's the real here. So there I was riding a Honda CRF 250F through the delicious pork coating and dancing amongst the rhythms of scrambled egg, and even stopped for a second to shake hands with the Onion Queen. But then I realized,
Onion Queen.
this is a buttload of food. The meat isn't even the issue, it's the rice. There's like 16 pounds of rice under all this meat, but my pride wouldn't let me leave a single grain. So I pushed until I was finally done, and then I laid out in front of the stadium waiting for a pot fly to take me out. This fried pork
I love this
That's
shit.
cute.
Let's do this.
By the way, before we start this, just an amusing little piece of context here. I stayed subscribed to this channel because I wanted to see if he would ever do something again.
BRB toilet.
For the rest of you all, maybe he can still hear me too. I don't know.
I can.
At one point, Sargon just stopped putting videos out on his main channel, and he was
Yeah, I didn't even
concentrating on
realize he was
getting
still
his.
posting.
He wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He started doing the Lotus Eaters thing exclusively, right?
Yeah.
And whatever else he does, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. I watched Lotus Eaters a little bit when he first started, but as time went on, there was less and less videos I was even remotely interested in watching, even from a like, I don't agree with these people, but I want to hear what they're saying point of view. I just stopped. But I stayed subscribed to his main channel in case anything happened. And lo and behold, suddenly, he's just started posting a whole bunch of stuff out of nowhere. Like, his most recent 4 videos, of which this is one of them. One of them came out today. This one came out 2 days ago. The last video before that was 2 days before that, and then 1 day before that.
Yeah.
So pretty regular. The last video he did before that one was 4 years ago.
Wow.
So he just stopped for 4 years, and now suddenly, boom, 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 day after day.
Wow. Okay, I'm curious now. I'm gonna have to like watch some more of these after this, like on my own channel and stuff, and maybe do some
And out of these,
analysis because
yeah,
Sargon's
out of
an
these 4,
interesting individual, quite frankly.
I find him interesting to watch when he's not talking about his shit takes and political stuff.
Oh, his takes are shit. That doesn't, to me, that doesn't make him less interesting.
Yeah.
Like how much of a weirdo he is, right? That's just part of it. Of, like,
it's
you're
such
so
a
weird.
downfall. He was such a downfall story because before he ran for political office and went lunatic, before that he seemed like a pretty reasonable and intelligent individual. I just honestly liked him before that.
I'm wondering
then he
if it's-
lost
it is
his
just, like, falling
mind.
to the grift, right? It's just like falling
Yeah.
into. Because I think it's happened to a few people. Somebody recently, I asked them. they're like an anti-vaxxer conspiracy theorist, and so I said, "What is a vaccine?" And they responded with, "Wow, what a great place to start," and then never said what a vaccine was, and then linked me a Candace Owens video.
See,
And I was
Cal,
just like, "That's amazing."
she got booted from the Daily Wire a few days ago. She's now just
Yeah,
talking
but I
about
found
pure
the
JQ.
video they linked me is from like 2 weeks ago or a couple of days ago. It might be last week now, whatever. It's a recent video and it's on the Daily, and I don't know, we watched some of it for Dumbfuck Friday, and I was just like, we need to like dive this. So I've got somebody who actually knows vaccines and is a biologist willing to come on and like
Nice.
just like comb through this video. So that's gonna be fun. I'm just
should be
working on a
interesting.
schedule with him. So yeah. It's gonna be so me and Manya and Dr. Dan are gonna like comb through it with a fine tooth comb. But I'm gonna try, and I have to watch it all the way through first. And I want to split it up into sections, like either 4 or 3 sections, and then just do like either record it all. Cause I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna basically do a live stream, but instead of streaming it, we're just gonna record it, and then I want to put it out like one day after another, and do it that way because it's an hour-long video, so it's not gonna be. It'll take us a long time to go through it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
sounds
want
like
I
it.
don't want to schedule that much on the guy. He's a busy dude, and I don't want to take up that much of his time.
That makes sense. It's
That's fair.
this is the first time I've seen anything from him that isn't Medicare making fun of him, or someone bringing up some old lore from like fucking a decade ago, close to now. It's really like he's a relic I saw someone do a clickbait article on TJ a few days ago. I didn't actually click on it, but the tagline, the thumbnail is an old, very old picture of TJ, and like, the amazing atheist, a relic of the internet of old, and like, yeah, kinda. Like, he
To a
survived
degree.
it. Yeah, he survived into numerous versions of the internet, and he's still chugging along, doing his own thing. But Sargon is
He is
trying to
sadly
keep.
relatively still successful, yeah.
Yeah, like he's yes, Sargon is like he's trying to grift, he's trying to change. It's probably why he didn't upload the videos. No one's really watching videos like they used to anymore. Occasionally big hits like say the H Bomber guy plagiarism video, which fuck's sake, that was a nuke. But then you have like the long form videos just aren't cutting it anymore. Hell, prepping for this stream, my phone popped up on YouTube. Now try vertical streaming. Like, it's just the new gimmick that everyone wants to try. Like, the internet still chugs on, and if you can't keep up, if you can't do it, you're gonna fall by the wayside and become obscure and then more obscure, and eventually people are like, is he still streaming? Is he still making shit? So let's see what's going on here.
Really enjoying Helldivers 2.
By the way, before he gets
Gameplay
into it too much, do you think the reason he's suddenly started posting these kinds of videos again out of nowhere is because his other thing isn't doing so well anymore?
Yes, 100%. It's a grift.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you think he's gonna get? Do you think he's gonna get that this is an entire parody, like it's a shtick?
I don't want to
You-
go. I hope so. I really do.
You guys go ahead. I'll be right back. I've
Um,
already watched this.
Okay, so I think he's going to say, "Well, of course it's fascism, but what's wrong with that?" You know,
Oh, okay,
that's
okay.
that's like his thing, because the mask is now on a lot of these people. The mask is completely gone now. Like Sargon talked about, like Hitler purifying Germany of destructive elements. You know, like the guy doesn't pretend anymore. It's just there's different levels of hate now, and he is kind of like an outdated. Same with Ben Shapiro being an
Yeah.
outdated right winger. The right don't want Jewish people anymore. They want Nick Fuentes, who wants Jewish
Oh my
people to
God.
go to places where there aren't Jewish people anymore. Let's say it like that.
Right.
Yeah, like the mask is gone now.
The grift has gone. The grift has gone too far down to the crazy hole, and
Yeah.
so that's why we don't have good debate and discussion content anymore, right? Because nobody's willing to have the discussion because there isn't really a discussion to have with somebody who just wants to genocide people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no discussion. You don't talk and have a conversation with Nick Fuentes. What are you gonna talk to him about? There's no conversation to be had there, right?
He doesn't
But
even
like back in the
try.
day when Sargon was willing to like chat with people like Jeff, right, Jeff Holiday, you have a scenario where there are two people who do know the topics that they're talking about, able to have a discussion, even if to you one side might seem like a little bit crazy. You're still not dealing like when I was talking to Adam Kokesh on the Non Sequitur show. Adam Kokesh was like a sovereign citizen. What's it called? There's a term, whatever. But he was willing to have the conversation, and he wasn't talking about just like straight up racist, like let's just kill all this group of people type nonsense. He's not just like reject, like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
You can't have a
he's-
conversation with Matt Walsh. You
or
can't really have a
Doug
conversation
Tenaple
with Ben
anymore,
Shapiro.
really. Like the way he's
Right,
gone.
and so like the grift has gone so far that like there is no these people are not people you can have conversations with, right? It's just not possible. The conversation doesn't exist.
Well, let's see. Let's see what's.
Yeah, let's see what he
The
says.
attitude of the developers towards their own property are all just superb. I literally have no criticisms. What's interesting is that a lot of people, presumably inspired by the nature of Helldivers, decided to watch or rewatch my video, The Politics of Starship Troopers, and it got me thinking about the difference between the two political systems in each universe. On the surface, these universes seem
Wait,
pretty
can you
similar
pause for a
and
second
appear
real
to
quick?
have the same.
Did you catch what he was just saying?
That is, he's the reason
He
it's
basically
successful.
just said people really liked and watched my Starship Troopers video, so I started thinking about what other Starship Troopers content I could make for money.
Grift,
Yeah.
grift. It's all a grift.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
Never forget, this is important. Blair
Never change,
White.
Sargon.
Blair White once said a few years ago, she had a conversation with a unknown but popular and influential right winger who told her he doesn't care. It's all a fucking like charade for the money. Now that could be any one of them, but most people believe that she was talking about Sargon. Like, Sargon is a tool. He is a colossal tool, and he has surrounded himself with other colossal tools. The thing is, who's wielding him? That's the real terror.
Yeah. Also, don't forget, like he always. I don't know if he still says it, but I know back in the day when I used to watch him before he went insane or mask off or whatever he did, he used to always call himself a classical liberal. But nowadays, he is absolutely not just a right winger, but kind of far right.
I'm surprised he hasn't embraced the Catholic
Liberal my ass.
Vatican 2.0. You know, because a lot of these ones are also embracing hardcore.
He almost has in a way.
Is he?
One of the last.
Go on.
Hold on, one of the last videos of his that I've seen. I don't even remember what the whole video in general was about. Maybe it was his podcast or something. I think it's something he might have said on Lotus Eaters at some point before I gave up watching it. But he said at one point that even though he is an atheist, he thinks going to church is good for kids.
Jordan Peterson, that's a Jordan Peterson quote right there, who does the exact same grift.
Except well, it's a little different though, because Peterson is religious.
No, he
outright.
hasn't had the balls to admit it yet. He won't.
Oh no, I think he has done so recently. He did spend a long time not directly answering that, but he did like his Exodus series and has like been talking about how like his Christian views a little bit more.
He's always been outwardly Christian. He's never denied that. He's been flaunting it
No,
forever.
he definitely
Yeah.
no. He definitely avoided and dodged the shit out of that because
most of
somebody would
his
ask him,
audience
it's like, "Do you
was-
believe in God?" And he'd be like, "Oh, it depends on what you mean by God." Like there
Right.
was a really long time where he tried
Okay,
to
well-
ride that middle line.
I don't think I was
Like,
paying
he-
attention to him during that time then.
It was a long time ago. Nowadays,
I definitely don't remember him ever saying that he was an atheist.
Oh,
No,
he
no, no,
leaned in.
definitely.
Yeah, like he
He never
leaned
said
in
that.
at least on like I suppose agnostic or something. But
Whereas Sargon has outright said, "I'm an atheist, but I think
Yeah.
church is good for kids."
right, 'cause-
Sure.
and you know what?
No atheist would ever say that.
What's more, give him enough
Oh.
time, he will either embrace the Catholic Church, a fundamentalist Baptist church, or Eastern Orthodoxy. Give it long enough, and it will. The circle will be complete. The grift will be made full. It's happened to other people, and Sargon is not too far off. I'd be if I didn't know him as well as I did, I'd be terrified one day TJ would go down that route. But that's not.
There
who
is
TJ
a lot. There
Oof.
does seem to be a lot of notoriety and money, at least in the short term, for somebody who has espoused being an
It's very
atheist
short-sighted,
to be like, oh, I converted, and then
Milo.
all of the Christians are like, yeah, I'm gonna throw money at you now. It's pretty funny.
Milo's probably the best example of that, and that didn't save his career because at this point he's still
Probably sunk it faster.
yeah. But also like he again, this is going back to what I was saying. The compass has moved too far right for the sort of the token characters to be on like that anymore. Like Ruben, no one gives a shit about Ruben anymore, but he's gay. Blair White, no one's caring about Blair White anymore because they have, if they want an insane right wing woman, they'll look to say. Who's the one who she's in Congress or something? She's like absolutely insane. Tennessee.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, like no matter how many ways you slice it, they're not needed anymore. They are a relic in that regard of a time when they
Well, it's
needed.
because they're riding this. They're still trying to ride this line of being reasonable, and so the crazies are getting more attention because it's more entertaining. But there's no conversation to be had with those people, right?
Well, it goes
They
beyond
just
this.
bring
It
them on,
goes
they
beyond
lose
this
their mind.
sphere of the entertainment. These people are going into office
Right.
and commanding. We were talking about
Yeah.
QAnon, the QAnon shaman.
Yep.
Like he's now going for that thing. It's
Same
It's-
political message.
gonna hit a point at some
Underneath
point.
the apparently
It's all going
convergent
towards something.
styles, there is a divergent interpretation of key philosophical values, which
Not
underpins
really.
a significant
It's a parody.
difference in outcome.
What?
As you may recall, the Citizens Federation of Starship Troopers is a libertarian paradise. It has a highly restricted franchise.
It's an incredibly top-heavy society. No.
I have
It's-
never heard anybody unironically. Actually, it's probably not true. I probably read it somewhere. It's not a paradise. It's a gaff. It's not supposed to be. It's an extremist. It's nobody's happy in this environment. That's the joke.
Except for the people who are forced to be happy on camera.
Unless you talk about
Right,
the book,
exactly, that's
which
the
goes into
joke.
more detail. Like Paul Verhoeven. Paul Verhoeven's a great example of somebody who saw the bullshit of the Starship Troopers set and was like, I'll do it in a way that's so over the top, everyone will know what I'm talking about, because I did it with RoboCop and everyone knew what I was talking about, making fun of the American 80s, early 90s version of America. And then, nowadays, we have people going, wow, Starship Troopers is a society I want to follow. They literally have psychic SS officers. No, you don't want to live in this world.
Satire. It's fucking satire, dude. What do you mean? I'm gonna give you guys a video to watch just in your own time that is very, very good. That just passively eviscerates this video that Sargon's making.
Which must be
just
utterly
eviscerates
imperative
it.
to
That sounds
use.
fun.
I'm
From
actually
which
having
point
this guy
one
on
earns their
as well.
citizenship.
His name is Offbeat Outlaw, and I absolutely recommend it. But he did a whole little video explanation of satire, what it is, and how it applies to Helldivers. But like, sorry, go on.
Like Sargon is a person who said that he thinks the Imperium is the good guys because they're human. No, that's
What?
no. The Imperium is bad. It's implied to be
Has
bad.
Sargon ever read Ender's Game?
Yes, and he probably also loved it.
And is free to take
I mean,
brother.
here's the secret of Warhammer 40k. Nobody's the good guys.
Interference
Right?
in Heinlein's or
It's
the
like he
Hoover's
read Ender's
presentation
Game but
of
didn't
the
read the second or
Federation.
third book.
In fact, it almost seems to be excessively open. The propaganda regularly presents live footage of war zones and public executions are broadcast. It seems that the
least he recognizes
Federation
propaganda.
has a transparent culture in which the public is able to access almost any information that it wants.
Oh my god!
No.
And all of it is siphoned by
It's
the
propaganda.
fucking government. This is the same logic of people saying in China they have free and open conversations about whatever the government wants you to have free and open conversations about. It's not good.
He already admitted that it was propaganda, and he's like, but it's free and open information. Like,
Oh.
no, it's not. It's propaganda.
Yeah. That's like getting like
It's
you're free to read any of the books.
Though.
Yeah, you're
I
allowed
don't
to.
like that. I don't view myself as a very intelligent individual. Like, I'm not very well educated, so I
Girl,
really
same.
don't like when I'm listening to fucking Sargon and I feel like he's just a moron.
Well, you have
Yes.
to understand, this is where my history brain comes in. There is a few times in history where, like, openly organizations are calling themselves propaganda, Minister of Propaganda. The most obvious being, I
Right.
suppose, Goebbels in World
It's
War II.
Super Earth, guys.
And
It's Super Earth.
They actively admitted that, yeah, we skewer the freedom of press to say whatever the hell we wanted to say, but then they pull a bullshit reason why. Sargon is the type of person who would buy that. He'd be like, oh,
Yeah, by the way, just to answer a side chat, yeah, Ender's Game it's called like Enderverse. So the Ender's Game series has the Shadow Saga and the Formic Wars as well.
Yep.
So like Ender's Game is the first one, then the next one is Speaker for the Dead, and then Xenocide, then Children of the Mind, Ender's Shadow, Shadow of Hegemon, Shadow Puppets, First Meeting, Shadow of the Giants, A War of Gifts, An Ender Story, Ender in Exile, Shadows in Flight, Earth Unaware, Earth of Fire, Earth Awakens, The Swarm, Children of the Fleet, The Hive, The Shadow, and The Queens. There are
a
20
lot.
books in the Ender Game
Wow.
series.
yeah, I've only read the first 3, but and that was one reason I stopped, because I was also trying to read some 40k books at the same time, and yeah, I only have so many hours in the day.
Oh yeah, no, they're not. They're
We
not
have never
short books
shown
here,
that
and
the
there's like a
Federation
lot to it.
engages
Were they-
in deceit.
Were the
nor
two
do
series
they-
blended
Hegemon,
too much
it's
for you?
H-E-G-E-M-O-N.
I needed
Nice.
something lighter, like the history of the Vietnam War.
Railway from owning up to its own mistakes. If a Sky Marshal makes a terrible
No.
blunder, they are forced to resign. This allows a prosperous civil society.
See, they're
to
pretty,
exist.
so they
them.
can't hurt
Austrian
you.
columnist and probable
They
vampire
sent
Joseph
them back out
Schumpeter
to
would
the
have called
farm.
creative destruction. The state has virtually no interference in
It's
what
just a
private
fall
business does.
guy.
Outside of essential regulation and law enforcement, and
He
civil
doesn't know what a
society
scapegoat
is
is.
essentially left to its own devices to pursue a rather Protestant interpretation of happiness
Protestant.
through hard work. This is an idealized view in which the democratic franchise is extended only to those who have shown dedication in service, on the understanding
No.
that this will be a self-select.
He's
he
but
that
he's drinking
stupid
the
to
Kool-Aid.
this dumb?
He's been drinking the Kool-Aid of every dictatorship in human history, and so he doesn't see what the problem is.
He doesn't. Well, he's literally just saying that this is an idealized version of democracy when only certain people get democracy, which flies in the face of
Like
democracy.
a classical
That's the
liberal,
point.
aka a Protestant landowner.
It's imperialism. And he dressed up as democracy to keep
Right.
the people fucking quote unquote happy sheeple. Like, is he. What?
It's
This is a conspiracy theory wet dream. What do you mean?
Sargon needs to go into a time machine and go back to like 1920s Europe when like futurism and like the birth of fascism was happening, because he would have lasted 5 minutes in a fight with like a bunch of angry communists in the streets of like Munich, and then we would have never had to hear about him.
If this video is 20 minutes long, I would think that
No.
at the 5-minute mark, he's gonna pull out the rug from us, and like he got us in the first half, where he's just like, and
Well-
that's how they want you to view it, but that's not what is
process
actually
which
going
will
on. But he's not gonna
raise
do
up
that.
the responsible
It's too short
reward
of a video.
through perseverance.
He's totally not.
to appropriate positions of power.
He
It is
is a
broadly utopian
mouthpiece
in that it
for a
assumes
dictatorship.
solutions to the problem.
He would be in charge of the occupational government if Russia or the Nazis had invaded. He would be like one of their ministers going, it's actually better under our new... I, for one, welcome our new ant overlords. That's the principle. You
Well, no, you know
fucking
what-
quisling.
Such an arrangement.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you know
how
what
would he
this
feel
is?
if the occupying party wasn't white?
Oh, then he'd resist in the streets, or at least he'd say he would, but then eventually he'd hide in the bunker.
In 40K, Sargon will be the guy where his planet gets conquered by the Imperium, and they install Sargon as the planetary governor.
And then they come back a year later and he's been deposed. Why? He was such a good... Oh, he wasn't very good at all. Okay.
But he was so pro-Imperium after we conquered him.
Right? He is a quisling. If the UK ever does go to war with a major power that could threaten to invade, he'd have to be arrested and put away because he could be a part of a new occupational government that takes over. Like, he is such, unless of course they're going up against like fundamentalist Islam because brown people icky. Like he is so spineless, and this is why I don't watch him. I don't watch a lot of people like him, even though I could do it to broaden my horizons of what's like the other side of the fence is saying and talking. He just frankly enrages me. Like I feel icky being around him. Even
They
if we
never
are
shown
mocking
the
him.
downsides to it. They must, of course, exist, and Heinlein concedes this.
The kids have some
The restricted system
bullets.
of the Federation would, he concludes, still be the best system.
Those
that
were
we
like
have
anti-material
available to
rifle bullets
guarantee
too.
This stripped down, negative version of freedom. In this
Oh, there's a chance he
interpretation,
might actually see
freedom
this make a
means
response.
Freedom from state coercion.
Oh, that'd be
Heinlein's
glorious.
Federation
Hi,
doesn't
Carl.
become
The baby, bro.
expansionist. When the
Yeah.
Union colonists wish to settle in the exclusion zone, the Federation warns against it, but doesn't have the authority to stop them.
Carl.
It doesn't seem to actively
Carl.
seek to gain territory. This is not, however, the kind of democracy or interpretation of freedom that is presented to us in the Helldivers universe. Theirs
No.
is a decidedly
imperialism.
positive interpretation of freedom and democracy,
What?
which means, in many cases, unfreedom and undemocracy, and therefore they caveat this to explain the difference.
Okay, I need to. Can you pause for a
managed
second? I just want to say
democracy.
something really, really quick, really clearly. It's imperialism. Both of them are imperialism. You fuckwit.
Democracies can be imperialist. Just ask America. You know, and that's
America's not a democracy though.
it's a elective republic, but it does spout democracy to the point where it becomes a parody enough that Helldivers might as well just have the American flag behind it.
The encyclopedia for the first.
But that's why it's
Helldivers
called
game
managed
explains why
democracy.
this is.
Yeah.
Mankind has improved upon the old concept of democracy. Utilizing computer-aided voting software, citizens are asked to answer several questions, and the outcome of the vote is decided upon by the computer. This removes the uncertainty that existed in the old systems, where voters didn't understand fully what they were voting for.
No, these are not demonstrations of democracy. It's imperialist propaganda calling itself democracy. It's
sounds
literally
like
called
North
Super
Korea
Earth.
is not a democratic people's republic.
Oh,
It
wait,
sounds
it's
like-
like saying Nazis were socialist because it had socialism in the name, moron.
It sounds like what they're doing is like the computer's giving you a personality test and then deciding who you would have voted for based on your personality test results.
Right,
then they just
except there's
decide
not really
who's-
any
yeah.
voting happening. This is like saying, yeah, but Russia's
Yeah.
a democracy, though. Vladimir Putin got voted in.
He's very
The fuck
pro-Russia.
he did.
Him and people like him are very pro-Russia. Like,
Christ.
yeah.
We are told
Freedom.
in Helldivers 2 that
Freedom from having to
algorithms
vote.
determine the candidates who are chosen. We are not shown the process.
Yes,
of
that's actually
who gets to
something
be
I
a prospective candidate.
like.
We
The
certainly
worry
don't get
is
the
taken
impression
from
that
you
any of
because the
candidates
government's
will be
that benevolent.
instrumental in forming policy.
Right.
We certainly know nothing of the labyrinthine bureaucracy that lurks behind the democratic facade. There is a drive that underpins this, of bringing into being.
Jeff
a
Holiday
certain
said
way
this a
of
while
life.
ago, and it's very true. A lot of people who fell for Sargon being smart did so solely because of his English accent. I'm calling this now. Like it is sounds like something he should be.
He acts like somebody who's smart.
Yeah, because he won the genetic lottery in that he sounds like a professor giving a lecture. But have
Also,
you ever?
stay on the screen for just a second, though. I just want to point this out. Straw man news approved by the Ministry of Truth.
It knows.
Straw man news.
Helldivers knows what it is way more than Sargon does. Just like the Imperium.
Yes.
That
Mhm.
ought to be created, that ought to be upheld, and that ought to be expanded
Ought.
through the universe.
The Oort
And
cloud
so
just
we
outside
see
of the solar
Super
system.
Earth colonizing new planets and conquering rival civilizations on their crusade to
Well, they
spread
claim they're-
managed democracy. And we do see many instances of the managed
Then how is it
democracy
an
putting hard
interpretation?
limits on the liberty of the citizens themselves to ensure the constancy of this political order. Narrative control is a primary concern of whoever runs the managed democracy. One mission the players may undertake
He's
is
literally
to
calling
shut
it
down
managed
dissident
democracy.
broadcasts, and the player is regularly informed by the NPCs that speaking against managed democracy is some kind of heretical wrongthink, and they can be
Yeah,
punished
but what
in
does
many
he
ways,
think
such as
managed
having
democracy
various liberties
is?
restricted.
This is how you manage the democracy, by shooting down the people who say bad against it.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's part of the joke. That's the satire. It's literally the game doesn't call it real democracy. They call it managed democracy of Super Earth. Like, what are you
Everything-
talking about?
Not even the
The
first
entire
Super
narrative
Earth.
of this game, the entire narrative of this game is being delivered with tongue in cheek the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's the joke, and you play into the joke. That's
Yeah.
why everybody's running around being like, for
Super
democracy.
Earth.
Ah!
All I'm thinking of now is that like I do wonder who's buying it, and then I see like all these likes. How many people? There's 65. Actually, that's pretty low. I'm not surprised more people aren't giving thumbs up for it. I do wonder about the downvotes. You know, how many is he getting? But
Such as the ability to marry, have children, or even have sex. There are dissident broadcasts that imply that a kind of Super Earth truther movement exists in Helldivers, something that is notably absent in Starship Troopers, and the game itself seems to legitimate these concerns, as we are given multiple indications that, in fact, there are things that are omitted from the official narrative of events, where, that is, they are not simply replaced outright with lies. It is not that prosperity cannot be achieved under managed democracy. Indeed,
Just from a different
large-
point of view. After all, Palpatine was elected Supreme Chancellor of the Republic. He knows what's best when he reformed it into the Galactic Empire.
Lovely
I think we need a new
subject,
political
which
office
is
actually
lit.
called Supreme
But this is
Chancellor.
achieved in addition to the prosperity of the Federation.
Sargon could
It's
be
like
that.
By censorship,
It's
rationing,
Chancellor and Champion at the same time.
strict
Chancellor.
controls on personal
Ooh.
behavior. This kind of freedom is of a very narrow and fragile kind, in which the controllers of Super Earth, the Democratic Council, whoever they are, must watch the actions of the citizenry with extreme diligence, unlike the robustness of Heinlein's Federation, which doesn't resort to such measures because
Oh,
moral
because it's a
authority is
superior
invested in
one.
the citizens
Now I want to see the
themselves,
two
rather than
civilizations
state.
fighting each other.
As I said, Heinlein's
Right.
Federation
That
would
would be
doubtless
cool.
have many problems that we aren't shown. We don't know what happens.
They
to
would
people
definitely
who
go to
are
war if they
born
met
for
each other.
or if
Of
fallen
course,
on
one
hard
has to be
times.
more
We
super
already
than the
shown
other.
the prosperous society.
Yeah.
And so, in this way, it is an optimistic and utopian interpretation. And this is in sharp
No,
contrast
it's not. It's
to
a,
the more gritty
it's a satire of what like the propaganda.
Not
would
Highland's
be.
book. Not the actual book itself. He did write that as a sort of society run by military. But the
Right,
Paul
but the point is
Verhoeven
that the
of
book
movie,
is
yeah.
supposed to be from the military's perspective and how they're presenting themselves to the people, which is inherently propaganda.
Yes, it's completely skewered. It's like, let's see the Middle Ages through the mind of, say, the popes. Have them write a book.
And
Well,
how
they're go-
they would want the people to view them and how they
Yeah.
view themselves. Right? It's like it's not. Does he just not get that? Am I missing his point?
We are
Is
shown
he missing his
Helldivers
point?
I think he's
Yeah.
missing his point by
march in many
miles.
different ways, and armed soldiers casually march through the streets. Heinlein's Federation and Helldivers' managed democracy are two opposite approaches to the same materialistic goal. It is desirable to have security and prosperity, and one attempts to achieve this by
No.
exclusivity, and the other by inclusivity.
See, it starts with security, and security to them matters most because they're all terrified of the unwashed hordes bringing down the gates of Rome. You know, it's all just this big man historical narrative that hard times create strong men create good times create soft men create hard times. You know,
Hard
it's
men are good to find, etc.
yeah, like it's hard rippling bicep men. You know, just all in the bats, all just flexing like JoJo characters nonstop. Oh my!
Is
getting
you
all
is you
flustered.
ain't.
The Federation is explicitly exclusive and does all it can to keep people outside of the power structure and in civilian life. By contrast, Super Earth is highly inclusive, and all
Both
of its
are
actions
parodies
are
of
an attempt
horrible
to
structures
homogenize
that you should
the
not
vast
try to
population
copy and
within the
idolize.
bounds of its imperium.
Mhm.
The key difference is
I
how
find it
each
funny
deals
that
with
He said Imperium.
this video came out like a few days after I finished playing through the Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader game.
The Federation appears to have unlimited
So
free
fitting.
speech, whereas Super Earth operates a Ministry of Truth, which kills dissidents for the crime of merely disagreeing with the
Years to
dictates.
have.
Appears. And also in the Verhoeven setting in the canon, like they've made sequels to it. They were shite. The third one wasn't terrible, but it had very little budget. Then they had all these like animated movies. The Federation loses. Like Earth gets attacked and invaded by the bugs. Like the society is doomed to fail no matter how militarized and organized and controlled it is. And only by basically abandoning it and embracing true democracy do they actually stop the bug menace, which is an outside force that is really just reacting to human aggression. Like it's all in all the versions of it, the humans are the dicks. And they respond in a very natural, organic way, which is eat it. You know, like just eat you.
Yeah.
They're also meant to be a stand-in for communism because they're all meant to be like workers and shit like that. They're all meant to be this organized machine.
Yeah, democracy
Everything
versus communism.
counts.
Yeah.
Democracy,
In
quotation.
Starship
There's another
Troopers,
word.
You are fighting for space America. In Helldivers 2, you are fighting for the space European Union.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
baby. I can see you were smart to not mention that little fact. Ooh, does he think Super Earth is the EU? That is so sad. Because he helped, in his own little way, he helped establish Brexit. And look what's happened to the UK now. The UK itself is starting to fray apart. Forget Northern Ireland. Scotland might fucking break away at this rate. Yeah, congratulations, Carl. You're a real true patriot. And by the way, each one of those countries, when they break free, can just join back up to the EU
Hey,
on
you
their
guys-
own stance.
You guys remember what Europe was doing back in the day when things were going on, when they were colonizing places? It was imperialism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird. Funny that.
Practically, I would say that Helldivers is
Well,
probably
yeah, but they
a
were
more
uplifting
realistic
the dirty
portrayal
brown people,
of what
so that's
we are
okay.
actually likely to receive. I'm obviously personally drawn to the negative view of freedom that is displayed in Starship Troopers, but it seems to me that too much moral fortitude would be required to uphold it. And I think it's actually a lot more realistic to expect the
Morals.
creeping
Whenever you
triumph
hear
of a
someone talking
vast
about
and
morals,
slimy
be
managerial
very, very
bureaucracy
concerned.
which propagandizes its citizenry, silences its critics, and perpetuates a web of lies to be more in keeping with what our future holds.
Just kill the
But I
fucking
want to make
aliens.
it clear that none of these points are a criticism of Helldivers 2. I think it represents a brilliantly realised futuristic dystopia, and the game itself
The
is
Last
just
Russian.
fantastic. And if you'd like to come and join me while I play it, I'll leave a link to my
Hey,
Twitch
he
stream
finally
in the
realized it was a
description here,
dystopia.
where I often play Helldivers 2 and various other games, and sometimes my mum
Yeah, but he
joins
thinks
me,
it's a
which is
dystopia of democracy,
Sometimes
not a
his
dystopia of
mom-
imperialism.
Oh, hey, are you guys ready for a surprise guest on this video?
Uh-oh.
It's great. I didn't expect her to really enjoy this as well, but she loves it. Anyway, I'll see you over there. I love the special effects in this game.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Say hi to Sargon's mom.
Oh! Killed by burning. Dang!
Wait, what?
She sounds way too common for that to be his mom. I thought she sounds like she works in like a pub somewhere.
Well, doesn't that just prove that Sargon's actually just common and he's trying to act bougie?
Yes. Oh my god, he is so fucking transparent. I don't know the first thing about Sargon's family. Like maybe I always thought that Sargon might have come from like middle class money, and he is just trying to sound like super fancy.
He sounds bougie to Americans because he wears like a thrift store suit jacket and has an English accent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He
I
leans into the
need
accent so hard.
I need something. I was gonna say I need a cleanser, but this is actually too important to pass up, especially what we were talking about earlier. Mom
The
fights
fuck?
off, assuming it fucking loads. There we go. Maybe. Where is it? Where's the video? Oh, it's an ad. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep you muted there, ad. And I hope all these women are having a bad time just because they're in an ad that I don't want to be on my screen. I'm not petty, you are.
Damn.
Okay, so anyone who's actually being physically attacked, don't worry, it doesn't get like physically. Well, it basically just a trigger warning. You gotta be careful. Coming home from walking the dog, someone just grabs her.
He's out of nowhere too.
Yep.
He's planned this.
The mom checks on the dog first.
Well, she didn't understand what was going on, you know.
I'm just kidding. I just think that's funny.
I know. Yeah.
It is.
Neighbors come out to help her. Yeah. The woman got like
This is why you
hurt.
keep a bat when you live in an apartment building. You keep
Ooh.
a bat by your door.
Yeah,
Was
they
this guy
work,
lurking on the stairwell waiting?
yep, they were working together
Yes.
for a while. He got rejected, and then
Oh.
yeah, he started to
He nice guy her.
George Vassalou, charged with assault, harassment, possession of weapon, possession of noxious matter, and criminal
What's
contempt.
What
Maybe
did he have, I wonder?
chloroform?
Who knows?
Criminal contempt.
Wait.
violating
Does
protection.
that say a criminal contempt for violating a protective order? So this person already had an against stalking order against
Yeah,
them,
yeah.
right?
It sounds like it.
She rejected him, and he didn't take it well, as you could see there, and yeah,
I guess she got a restraining order, and now he's kidnapping her.
yeah. The mother is
Threatening
getting
to.
Oh,
severe.
good.
Vassalou through team.
Pretty clumsily, thankfully.
Punched her 7
Another
times
example
in
of
the face.
restraining orders doing literally fucking nothing.
Yeah. Also accused of punching, kicking, pepper spray, attempting to fend off the much larger man. Bunch of people came out. You know, there's people in comment sections going, well, if she hadn't have been a slut about just being a slut, then he wouldn't have had to beat up the slut.
Yeah, why did she even ever leave her house? What the fuck?
Why was she even born? You know, at this point, that's what they're like.
She
The
could have
women
just
can't
had
win.
pity sex with him and he would have probably left her alone.
No, because then she'd have been a slut for giving pity sex.
Right.
They just hate. It's like
There's
that.
no winning.
No, women can't win. Women can't win. And yet men are the ones who are the victims. Okay.
Women can't
Mhm.
win because men are just naturally better at everything.
Well, yeah, that's what they want. That's what they. All the men who can't do anything want you to believe. All the men.
That's why
with
this
no,
man got the crap kicked out of him by a mom.
pretty much.
Hey, you
Uh,
don't fuck with moms.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't piss off mom.
on the bandwagon of more sexism in the United States of America.
Oh, this is
And
the
a man
lady
came
getting
up
punched in the
and
head.
punched me in the
Yeah.
face.
Stories from New York City women going viral on TikTok.
I literally just got punched by some man on the sidewalk.
Their videos.
Why are you
detailing
smiling
their
about it?
allegedly
She
getting
doesn't know how to
punched in the
handle it.
face,
Would you?
completely
Maybe.
unprovoked. Several women have
Suppose.
posted these videos describing similar allegations in just the last week. Hallie Kate posted about an assault on Monday. She says she had to be treated at a local medical facility for injuries to the left side of her face.
Oh my god, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk.
Olivia Brand posting updates on her own experience earlier this month after commenters on TikTok started connecting the two cases.
I did just get a call from the New York Police Department detective.
The NYPD says it's investigating the incidents, but says it's unclear right now whether they're connected. Police announced one assault arrest related to Hallie's case, 40-year-old
Him.
Skyboki Store.
Now this guy is, first of all, that's a name, Skyboki.
Boki, that's amazing.
And he has had a long history of this, and he even ran for, as you can see, he's a Trump supporter. He actually ran for mayor of a town.
Taken into custody. Other users posting
If
videos
people don't.
expressing
This
shock.
is an ongoing problem. This is kind of goes back to the incel stuff we were talking about.
Oh,
it's
it's
a
directly
movement
tied.
of violence towards women, and it's not that it's necessarily going to be connected, as in connected to the same individual that's doing this or
No.
group of people. It's that there is a large portion of people who have connected with each other online who behave as a crab in a bucket and drag each other down and propagate a shitload of hate towards women until they lash out when they, for whatever reason, they think all women are bad and every woman has rejected them, blah,
It's
blah,
it's a
blah.
feedback loop. If all you hear is other men talking about this shit forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, you're gonna get the same result. The ironically enough, like, look at Cobes and how he immediately takes to at face value every story he watches, everything he takes in is immediately 100% true. All the time, every school is full of these incredibly invasive teachers that want to change your children gay. No, but you saw it somewhere, so it must be true, right? Now do that by 1,000, and you end up with like incels shooting up sororities and shit like that. Or they just kill themselves. You know, like it's horrible.
Fear, and even sharing tips for staying safe, like not being distracted on your phone while you're out and about. It's not the first time this type of incident has been reported in the city.
When videos like that first started popping up, everyone was sending them to me and like commenting and like adding me and saying like, look, this girl went through something similar.
Elio Wagner says she was punched in the face by someone she didn't know last September.
So we were kind of like walking toward each other, and he didn't seem crazy or scary or anything. And then
Obviously, it is also one thing. I'm not trying to defend them or anything like that, of course, Jesus. But it is a sign of also the terrible state of mental health in America. Where like a lot of these guys you're going to find out might have like borderline personality or they're just maybe have PTSD from the military, and like a lot of them, their minds have just snapped. It doesn't justify it for shit, but it does give you like a reason why they think that like all women are secretly, it's like gang stalking shit. A lot of them are just paranoid. They're really paranoid, and they think the whole world's out to get them.
before I knew it, he kind of went at me diagonally and punched me in the face and ran that way.
NYPD data from last month shows many crimes are down in the city.
Oh, is Chesh gone?
I guess. Maybe I just lost her connection suddenly.
Yeah. Nuke stations would have master server. The new U stations would master. Okay. By the way, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out links down below. And if you could throw some money our way, very much appreciated. We'll move on to we'll end the streams with like nothing but positives, because we've watched a lot of today. But how? Oh, here. What's next for Space Kid? Oh, we already watched this, didn't we?
Yeah.
We watched
Did
this.
we? I don't know.
Yeah, this is
We saw something.
Oh no, we watched the merch drop. We didn't watch
We're back! Those of you who do not know, we just launched a original
No.
which has been our dreams since forever, and it is finally out there. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. Space King is a
Yeah.
massive success. Just
We're over
off the bat.
1,000 on our
Hello.
Space Games. Oh yeah, you're back?
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, my power in my house flickered. It does that way too often.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
God hath stricken. Wonderful. That's way better than what we were watching.
As of
Yeah.
is insane. There's
Just
to
lots of
finish what I was
React videos,
saying.
which has been
Hold on,
awesome.
pause.
Comments.
Go for it.
Just to finish what I was saying, the police and society don't take this movement or men's violence towards women online and how much it like coalesces or crosses over into that real life space seriously enough. So because the authorities and society doesn't fucking care, because the authority and societies generally don't care about women regardless, it grows and it turns into what we're seeing in New York. Anyway, sorry, please continue.
No, just you are 100% right. Like I was also saying, I don't know if you heard it, it's a clear sign of like the mental health of America these days, where a lot of these people
Well,
are like,
it's escalated from, well, we're not allowed to slap women on the ass anymore, and we're not allowed to dog
No,
whistle
I
at them
mean
anymore.
litural mental health. Like the mental health services in America are like a joke.
No, yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But like
And so because like men used to feel entitled to do these things, and so instead of when they're being told no, instead of being like, oh well, now they feel like something is being taken away from them, so they escalate to hold on to it.
Sure, it's a part of the wider
yeah.
argument to be made about what is the role of and this is something that, by the way, a lot of people on the left will throw men under the bus for. Like what is the modern role of a man these days? Like
Well, and that's why you get those like Matt Walshy type extremist propaganda that's out there that's normalized.
It's so it's
Like
it is
Trump
a real...
is viewed as normal. Trump is not normal.
No, Trump has never been normal. He was never normal in the 80s when he started making himself make these wild allegations, wild claims, and the drumpf of this world. But like it's all coming to a head. I'm not gonna say it's like a fucking civil war. I'm not Tim Pool, but but it is coming to a head, and it will boil over. I mean, we never saw Jan 6
That's why it's getting so
happen.
aggressive, right? It's the death throes of this movement trying to hold on to. That's why you say like your Andrew Tate stuff going on, right? It's the death throes of this movement of that is just basically drenched in women hate is losing power, and because it is losing power, it's lashing out harder and more. That's why you see, if you talk to the majority of men, they're super cool and super chill with women being in their workspaces and have normal relationships with women. But on the other hand, it means that you get that the extremist people are getting pushed further and further and further because they're being told no over and over and over again, etc. And so they're trying to hold on to a power that they don't have anymore.
Might as well move on from that because it was a little too long. We'll keep like short and sweet ones because I've got a big list here and it's only getting bigger. This is alleged burglar using yoga before robbery, robbing a bakery. Well, goodbye to all those calories that you just burned off.
Yeah, well, they're earning the donuts.
One that's worth
Radical.
one bear claw.
Is this story about to be robbed by David Bowie?
All right, let's see. Oh no!
Always stretched before trying to run from the police.
We have to.
That's smart.
We have to show this scene that we were talking about it. Fuck it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's more footage from the alpha male boot camp that we saw from a few.
Is it the same one?
It's the same one. More footage, and it is just being ripped apart to the point where the U.S. Army made a response to it, where it's like, "Do you want to actually go to the real boot camp?" And they're like,
right.
Look to your left and to your right. More than 60% will not be here fucking Friday. I guarantee it. I'll make sure that you earn the right to be here every fucking second. Because I see in your fucking eyes that most of you don't fucking belong here. And I'll be damned, I'll take this fucking knife off my fucking waist.
All right, drill sergeant.
And this fucking tattoo off my fucking hand before I let any of you go up here on Friday.
Wow.
Black Guy TV said it best because I'm doing it right now. I would not last 5 seconds in this because I'd just be laughing my ass off, and I'm the exact same.
I'm just offended by your light mode.
Oh yeah, you and your favorite son both said that. My response to that is, I'm doing my white no state. Thank you very much.
Your fucking eyes are ready. Your fucking souls are mine.
Your fucking souls, Shang Tsung up in this shit. Your souls are mine.
Did he suck their soul? Did he suck their souls out through their dicks? I've heard that's the most effective way to get a soul from.
Yeah, I think.
I didn't realize souls were so salty.
Well, they taste a little better if you've been listening to mostly Latin music all day.
Boop. That makes sense.
Boop. Now, here's someone that you might not know there, Chesh. Here is...
Hey guys, it's snowing this
I
year
love
in the
this
Florida
guy.
Everglades.
Oh,
It's
great.
definitely not the kind of snow you want to breathe in. All I want for Christmas is the 20-foot python. That's just a swamp puppy.
Swamp
I'm trying to say hi to
puppy.
this swamp puppy, but he's just ignoring me. Well, you're not the 20-foot python.
This
but
is
you
an
still are
alpha
a
male.
python.
Stupid, but an alpha male.
Ooh, my favorite.
I mean, they're basically the same thing,
It's a
right?
Brooks King.
No,
Isn't
this guy's
he
a
so
professional.
pretty?
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Check out this little black widow playing dead, but she's perfectly alive. I definitely wouldn't recommend holding one of these bad boys. Oh, we got a veiled chameleon. Yoink. I noticed I was standing in an ant pile, but no big deal. Yoink. Check out this rat
Yoink.
snake. She just had a big meal. Ooh, Tokay Gecko. Little reach around, yoink. Tokay Gecko wasn't very happy with me, so it decided to carry me a new one.
Oh.
It's okay, I kind of like the pain. Yoink. This is a
He
Cuban
must.
Nightingale. Isn't he so gorgeous? Ooh, a day gecko. Yoink.
Day gecko.
He's giving me some Christmas kisses. Hey guys, it's snowing this year in the Florida
Mhm.
Everglades.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
bugs are
love this
out.
guy. Yeah, this guy travels around and basically does wildlife protective
Yeah.
work.
In any invasive
So
species.
the reason he's going, he's going around in these videos, he's going around the Florida Everglades. He's looking for a 20-foot python that was sighted, and he's grabbing any python that he sees and any tokay geckos that he sees because they're invasive and they're not supposed to be there in the first place. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what this guy does.
I love how he understands the power of what a croc can and cannot do. So obviously, like, or the alligator rather, and he like messes with them. He bops him on the nose, but most people would be fucking terrified. It's
He's a professional. Don't do this at home.
Yeah.
kids.
And definitely don't
Hello,
fuck around
everyone.
with black widows.
Yeah.
This is your daily dose of internet.
This delivery driver dropped off a package and then came back and apparently stole their security camera.
What?
Aw.
That is ballsy.
Yeah, that's showing dominance over the camera.
Oh, look at him hesitating.
Should I?
He's thinking about it.
Yoink.
This guy was so excited to have his new car delivered.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Oh no 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 no.
Ooh.
A rape.
Oh no!
A guy stole a tractor, so a police officer gave permission to a construction worker to try and stop him.
Okay, grab that. Quick, quick, quick.
If you can flip it! He's
Nice.
gonna flip it!
Clash of the Titans over here. Or Death destroys another Titan.
No. No.
No.
Giddy.
No. No. Don't you dare. No.
That's funny. I like that.
You were the herald of your own destruction, sir.
Self-fulfilling
I've seen this
prophecy.
type of disrespect before.
Oh wow. Come up
The
here with
disdain.
this punk ass banana.
Dismissal.
Get that shit out of here.
That was not it.
This crow saw that this kangaroo was covered in ticks and decided to help out by eating them.
Holy shit.
The crow's just like, yo, free meal.
That shit is nasty.
Yeah, that deer's not
After a
having
few
good time.
minutes, almost all the ticks were gone. This is how a chiropractor works on a giraffe.
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
no, 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 no,
Oh.
no, 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 hate.
Hey, Chesh, you have some strong opinions of chiropractors and giraffes?
I want to die. No.
My inside is irritated.
No. Don't do it. Don't
Seems
do
pretty
it.
Oh, that's it? That's it? Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, sis.
For some reason, this airport uses Microsoft PowerPoint to give updates.
Weird.
There's a lot of cases and luggage.
Oh, that's funny.
You are currently being recorded.
Don't care because I'm Amazon.
Amazon, bitch.
This nosy neighbor decided it was a good time to clean
Jeff
his windows.
Bezos gang, let's go.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's clever. Like, oh, I'm just gonna casually put the camera here. Da, ba, da, ba, da.
It looks like,
This
please
horse
put me
escaped
down.
from their carriage and ran away to freedom.
No
Why
man
is he
can tame
screaming
her.
like that?
That is the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
wiggle.
Later.
Oh, he's about to
Kitty.
jump. About to jump right there at the end.
That's why the footage stopped, because the camera was destroyed an instant later.
Oh, this guy's great.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's Fredo, right?
I'm no mathematician, but it looked like to me you got 4 of them right there. And, well, technically you only got 3. It's kind of like when Johnny got 6, that was the E1. You put your lips on one arm and I don't want it. But that other 3, it's crazy that's the number that came out to be because you know around with 3. Give me P.
What?
That's awesome.
Meat
Will
Pop
you give me P? What?
No, he like a bee. Give me a piece. He's
Yeah.
asking for a piece.
Yeah.
He's like, give me one.
They look good.
Okay, so this is a creepy hidden room in a bathroom.
Secret rooms are one of my absolute favorite things to find when I'm showing homes. Hi, my name's Lauren Rockel, and I absolutely love weird real estate. So I was showing this house, turned the corner, and noticed some hinges on the outside of this built-in cabinet. So naturally, I had to give it a little tug, and sure enough, it is a secret room.
Why?
It's probably a storage room, but still a secret
Why?
room.
Oh
You
no!
Nope.
That's some vacancy. If you ever seen the I think it's called like Motel Vacancy or something, the documentary on Netflix. Yeah,
that's big creeper vibes.
Yeah, like no, I'm good. But
That's where the chiropractor lives.
Oh, here's something I was
Maybe.
hoping Girly would see, but here is exclusive gameplay teaser for what's it called Zoocosis?
Never heard of this. What is this?
Floods in Australia, spiders emerge, there are webs everywhere.
Those are webless spiders, but okay.
I don't live in Australia.
Nah.
Gross spiders.
Yeah, like
That's
her.
for my pizza. Oh.
Well, that escalated quickly.
How did you get out? I'm sorry you knew that was there.
Right.
Night zookeeper. Paul Connolly.
We'll bring fresh meat soon and wait for notifications. For now, get to work. And
I
don't
love
mess
this.
it up.
Oh, this is just a dead body.
Oh, he's not dead.
Neil, nope, sorry, not dead. He's a live body.
Well.
Meat grinder.
Yeah, this just got
I
good
can't-
all over it.
Right.
Wait to watch Markiplier play this.
Oh, there'll be a lot of screaming.
Oh, that's amazing. If Jacksepticeye plays it, then it'll be like, isn't he like Ultimate Fighter? I don't remember. Oh my god. What?
Hey guys.
Fake? Aww.
What?
Okay.
No.
It's a horror zookeeping game.
Hey, cuties. See you, Daisy.
What the fuck is this?
It's a horror zookeeping game.
Hey, don't fight.
Need your neck snapped?
Damn. I need to hurry up.
Oh, it's a spider giraffe thing.
Time to take your medicine, buddy.
Ah,
It's time to take. What did Capcom write this? That's hilarious.
right? Yeah, that is so girly.
I love it.
Right.
I love
You
this.
know what?
I
Because
love
she's
every
not.
second of this.
She's not here, but I will tag her. Final. Blah 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 blah. You missed it on the show, but you still should. No. Hey, that rhymes.
Side note: they show tarantulas on this screen when they're talking about there being
Webs
webbing everywhere. That's not what tarantulas do. So that was
Right.
kind of funny.
That was funny. A lot of the people in this game seem to be just outright dumbasses, though. So it kind of fits.
Oh, have you been watching this soft ground wrestling in Uganda?
Never heard of it. How do you wrestle the ground exactly?
Very, very carefully. They have like a grand total of like $200 for their budget, and they just make it work.
I love the guy in the middle.
Well,
The look on the face of the guy in the middle.
Oh my god!
Happy Easter, everyone! Holy shit!
That's funny.
It's the Passion.
Yeah, they're putting on. Yeah.
Oh, they have by the way, they have a heel who has a top hat, and his name is Lord Whitey.
Oh, jeez.
I love that. The Englishman.
fucking crazy.
I love this. This is great.
Yeah, this is.
I wish my church put on something like this when I was a kid. They're very chill.
Yeah, when you hear there's wrestling going on in a Catholic church, it tends to not go in the way that you think it is.
Right.
And they say wrestling's fake. Are they literally gonna try to crucify him? Oh. With that, Christ is saved.
Except for that one guy. Do you think
he's fine?
Do you think he drew the short straw? Is that how this happened?
You get to be Jesus this year.
Oh man.
Who's ever committed the most sin, decided by the priest who got to listen to all the confessions.
You all thought it was hidden. We fall for it every year. From that craziness to this one, here's a Red Dead stream reenacted by Kai. A lot of black guys wrestling on this stream tonight. The one guy with the gun. Whoa! I don't remember that from the video game.
Me neither.
That's a neck injury right there. Call the chiropractor.
Right.
Doing everything but actually playing the game.
I just posted a super short clip that was very amusing that I just saw.
I don't know, I kind of love that.
quick
Instead
look.
of playing the game on stream, they're reenacting a version of their own. That's pretty good.
Right, with their own props and backgrounds
Yeah,
and
that's
costumes.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
LARP.
Whee!
Whee!
We need that goofy sound effect.
I've seen something else funny that people have done in this game, where apparently there's a trickster class that can make like illusions of your character.
Which game is this?
Dogma 2, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Okay. Dragon's Dogma, yeah.
But so with the trickster class, they can like sort of like astral project out of their body and then create illusions of themselves. So this person was like flying over a ravine, and there's like a big, huge, scary monster on the other side of the ravine. But he made an illusion of himself in the air above the ravine, and the monster pounced at it and then just fell to its death. Glorious.
Who's got 2 thumbs and a can-do attitude? Not Robert, who's got no hands. He's ready to die.
This was the childhood obesity rate in 1975. And this...
What a twist!
Is it now?
John started wearing a dress to be different. You're not different, John. You're just gay.
Barry's used his benefits to buy a big fat telly, so we've used our production budget to throw him down a well. Personally, I've got nothing against gender fluid, just don't get it on my shoes.
The UK has now entered a double dip
Lewd.
recession. If only Kevin would stop double dipping his Doritos in cream.
I'm going undercover as a fat person to find out where they're keeping all the ham. It's time to get rid of childhood obesity.
Even our cats are sluts now.
Conversion therapy stopped me being
Now?
gay. So why do all these other pufters have such a big problem with it?
The British public are now so fat and so stupid that 73% of them think that the Credit Crunch is a chocolate bar.
The cover's been blown. They know I'm not one of them.
Who's got 2 thumbs and a can-do attitude?
Like they would have like a grand total of like 300 quid to do like shows like
That's
this.
a
So
pretty
they would just,
good parody.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the early ones, and they would always talk
Yeah.
like this. Inside Britain's fattest man, which was an actual thing. What the hell? Oh, is this the one with the hippo? No, it's the one with the bear.
Oh god.
Can't be a bearded ramblings without a bear, and I'm not talking about myself.
Yeah.
Hey, bear friend.
I'm not tall enough to be a bear.
One of my favorite things about like just
hairy
like,
enough.
sit down and talk to men. so many, if you're just like, hey, do you think you'd be able to take a bear? So many men will just say yes. They'll be
Oh,
like, yeah,
fuck
I can
no.
definitely take a bear. And it's like, no, you fucking can't.
On behalf of myself, who is a man but not one of those kinds of men, no, absolutely fucking not.
Right?
I will not fight a bear.
What? Why?
No.
Why would I want to fight him anyway? We are friends. Bear friend. You know?
Listen, bears don't exist. They're actually just people in costumes.
Oh, did you see the footage of the guy saying that with the gorillas?
Are they in league with the birds? The bird robots?
Yeah, this guy clearly was like one of those transvestigators, but he believed that, like, I can't find the footage. He deleted his channel, but he was adamant that gorillas weren't real, and he would show footage of like gorillas at the zoo. Have you ever seen one? I haven't. Like,
So then he should just go to a fucking
zoo. It's probably why he deleted. Yeah.
See what happens.
Harambe 2.0.
Uh-oh.
Hey, that's an old school Happy Meal. What the hell?
Right? Num num num.
I love those. Me around any mid-strength IPA. The eyes are the selling point.
Yes.
Run.
Wow.
Aww.
Pepper.
Wow.
I love dogs.
Where'd it go?
Don't.
He's like, what the fuck?
Seen that one.
for dog.
Taco for
Dum, dum,
dog.
dum, dum.
Taco for dog. Taco for
10
dog.
out of 10 taco for dog.
Taco for dog.
I want that to
Taco's
be a new
good as-
hashtag. Hashtag taco for dog.
Taco for dog.
Yes.
We need to have taco for dog, otherwise he won't have it in the puke when he's fucking and becoming president. Puking
Next time I
dog.
make tacos, I'll make one for Puck and I'll use hashtag taco for dog and all.
Very gently give
Yes.
them the taco and just quietly say taco for dog.
Taco for dog.
Taco for dog.
I will do that. I will do my best to remember to do that. I gotta go grocery shopping soon, so maybe I'll get stuff for tacos.
Hell yeah, taco for dog.
Speaking of
Taco
tacos, by the way,
Yeah.
I've experienced something recently. You know the old age-old argument of do pineapples belong on pizza? Well, how about the new argument? Do pineapples belong in burritos?
Oh.
Spicy pineapple is pretty popular.
Yeah.
I had one I had some pineapple salsa in a burrito yesterday, and I say the answer is yes. It was delicious.
Yeah, pineapple salsa is very good. In
was
fact,
so
they
good.
would probably do better with pineapple on pizza if they used a spicy pineapple instead of like
the regular
pizza.
pineapple.
Actually, the restaurant I used to work at, eventually as the pizza maker, would sell those. They called it Hawaiian Heat. Basically, Hawaiian
Nice.
pizza plus hot pepper. It was very good.
Ah, okay. I would like you gotta take the hot pepper and the pineapple and put them in the blender and use it as a sauce underneath.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because then you get
That
the
could work.
consistency. Because I'm all about the
Mix
texture.
it up with the tomato sauce because like the problem with pineapple isn't that it's pineapple, it's usually because it's not fresh and it's like it's sprinkled on top and the acidity gets into the cheese in a really bad way at cheap pizza places.
Wait, what's this?
I'm pretty sure we were using canned or something.
Yeah.
This one
So
requires.
you gotta make up for the fact that you're using like not
That
the-
would've been a good
you're using,
idea.
like you're using like not fresh produce. So like if you make up for it by blending it and mixing it in with like the habanero and then just adding that like 2 or 3 spoonfuls of that to the tomato sauce, mix it and then use that as your sauce. It'll be way better.
Yeah.
Where did you find this, Lev?
From Dreamleaf, but don't worry, it was all. It was more like a "what the fuck am I reading" rather than it's And look, read it out of context, so at least we know that most people. Yeah, I was thinking while you guys were having a very wholesome conversation about like a nice puree, a nice sauce. I took it back to the bad place.
I feel like this needs to be applied to that zoo video game we just watched.
No. Yeah. The giant spider giraffe is his girlfriend.
Oh my god.
He's like my brother. My best friend's a cat. My girlfriend, she's my girlfriend, the love of my life. Love no so species. Thank God.
Don't show us to Jared.
And or Wendy, Wisconsin.
Fixed it.
Too late for her.
White women and dogs.
He did fix it. This one is totally valid. First two panels are fine.
Yeah.
Yep. They had us in the first half, guys.
The way it starts out innocent, and then the last one is just like I fuck my dog.
It's just
Yep, that thing went south real fast.
All right, let's get our sausage.
Look at
boy,
that dog gobbling that cheese. He's basically asking for it.
Right? Yeah. Fuck.
Look what he's wearing.
Look what he's wearing.
Even our dogs are sluts.
They learn from the cats.
I can't believe we managed to link all those videos together. What the fuck?
I take you to places. I never said they were places they wanted to go.
What the hell just happened?
We're going on an adventure. Sign all these forms before you get on the boat.
Spirited ramblings just happened.
Yeah, all I see is Vaseline sausage, and I'm already getting uncomfortable.
I'm getting a Millhouse vibe from this.
Oh boy.
All right, how about a
little bit just like horrified but curious about Meat Wellington.
Meat Wellington? Okay, so Meat Wellington first, and then Vaseline sausage.
Oh god. We don't have to do the Vaseline sausage. We can not.
No, I'm afraid we do. It's the only sausage one there that he's uploaded.
The best thing about Vaseline sausage is you're not the one who has to eat it.
True.
Let's make a
It's not lethal exactly. Cage, goddamn.
He says it's non-toxic. Well, that's a plus.
It's not quote-unquote lethal.
Ingredients are made out of meat. Ground chicken, ground turkey, ground pork, and ground beef. We'll start things off with a nice sear. We'll start with the chicken. And each layer's gonna get a nice dusting of salt and pepper. And then the turkey, then the ground beef.
Oh no.
Quickly running out of room here. And then the pork.
What are you doing?
He's created the brain thing from Baldur's Gate, the one with the claws.
Yes.
The intellect devourer?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Friend, we are us.
We are us. Look, can we be honest? Us is an absolute sweetie pie in that game.
Yes.
So heavy.
So this man is creating a monstrosity where the ground chicken is not going to get cooked at all.
Oh my god, it's like a shitty turducken. But with ground meat and stuff.
It's the clitoris from fucking South Park movie. Girls really like honesty and confidence.
That counts. It's what's on the inside. There it is. We got a medium rare going on in the center of all that.
No.
Well,
the center, yes.
It's not done. Put it back in.
Like a tiered cake. Looks like
Can I just remind everybody, the thing in the middle is medium rare because he seared it in the pan first. It was pre-cooked. Everything around it was not.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing in the middle is the ground beef. You could get away with that with ground beef.
The ground beef is the second to outside layer. The thing in the middle is an actual steak.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's gonna be good enough for us, though. We'll eat off the piece that we know is cooked. Here we go.
No!
It's like an assortment of ground meat that's been flavored with salt and pepper. It's not that good. So I'm gonna have to give this monstrosity a 1 out of 5.
Hope he at least gives it to the cat. Like that's a lot of wasted food.
This
otherwise.
This is why he hasn't posted as much lately. He's had food poisoning the last week.
Oh boy, I can't imagine why.
Speaking of which,
it heals the insides and the outsides.
Well, he's the healing on the inside right now.
I guess Vaseline. Technically edible. The best kind of edible. Let's see here what we got on the menu today. We got white petroleum. White petroleum? White petrolatum. Warning for external use. Well, we'll just cover that label right back up. No one's got to be the wiser. And there it is. It looks almost...
Why is there a dimple in the middle? Were you using this for another thing, Brian?
exactly like the beef tallow, except more like a
I'm
human
not very
butthole.
impressed by your size, sir.
Clearly this is unused. Ah, yes, that's very petrolatium. Why did I think this was called petroleum jelly? Now for the taste. Minty fresh. Actually, it tastes less minty and more mucusy.
Yeah,
so let's get this party started. We're really living
Muslix.
La Vida Loca today.
Minty-ish would have been more like Vicks Vapor Rub or something.
And then, of course, it's
Maybe
a
that's what he was
simple matter
expecting.
of getting the
This is gonna make his eyes water just mixing it. The smell of it will just be incredibly potent.
Vaseline out of there. This
Well, if it was
the wrong
Vicks,
tool to
definitely.
be using.
Yeah, I mean, Vaseline's not that bad when it comes to
Old-fashioned
smell.
way.
It just looks like Vicks, so we keep thinking it's Vicks.
Is that from your
Yeah.
personal stat from his wife?
For my personal stash. I'm more of a kinetic sand kind of guy. Alright, let's clean up this mess with a little bit of salt, Dr. Pepper,
Yeesh.
and
I like
lubricant
using iron fillings myself.
and butter powder. I bet the
Butter
Vaseline will
powder?
make the sausage more slippery.
That's a terrifying concept.
Every day I read comments about how there should be another Mrs. Sausage episode, and then you come down here and do this, and then there's no. That's why there's. Those are big globs of Vaseline. Rarely do you want to hear that when your sausage is being made. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no sausages, son. No.
Why are you using a knife for that? Why aren't you just using a spoon?
Why does he use that
That's
weird
the
pokey thing to
Vaseline
mix
water.
things?
And drinky, stinky, pinky. Let's sausage.
Lovely.
A little bit overzealous on the
Sausage ASMR.
mixing that time. That Vaseline was totally from my secret stash. And with special thanks to today's Mark Boxalo
What?
box artist.
The hell?
Sort of. It's Bobby. Bobby from
Bobby.
Austria. Now Bobby shares in the idea that there's
Does it say
beauty in the
sausage sauna?
ugliness of the Mark Boxalo box and has sent me stickers to make sure it doesn't fall apart. Well, it kind of sounds like you aren't on the team of Ugly Boxalo box. Let's make Bobby's dream come true. All these are going to be covered up by the next box art. So special thanks to Bobby from Austria for this box art. This Will It Blow is brought to you by Factor 75.
No, well, that's a new one, but still not any of our business because it's his business because they're his sponsors.
Will it blow?
Yes, but not well.
Well, it kind of got right there and mostly right there, but really, but nothing. Oh wait, there's something right
Spider-Man
there.
facial
You're
down
gonna have
there.
to give that Will It Blow 1 Mark Ruffalo's. Here we go.
He has the best scoring system.
Unless you ask
That's a
Silas
lot
Mel.
of leaky Vaseline.
Oh.
I'm gonna call this one. Let's open it up and see
She's a little too
how we
autistic
did.
for that one.
It looks juicy. It looks
I mean, it doesn't look
Vaseline-y
bad.
and juicy.
It probably
man,
smells
look how
fine.
quickly it solidifies. Gross. Okay. Here we
And that's
go.
going into his stomach lining.
It got a
Not a
little
bad
poppy seed bun.
sausage. This actually
Oh.
does what I thought the beef tallow was gonna do. It tastes like a greasier sausage, but in a good way. The Vaseline, it provides like a cleanliness taste to the sauce, almost like the aloe vera did. It tastes
Oh,
like
yeah.
a clean sausage. Even though all that Vaseline makes it feel greasy, it
You
tastes
could put
clean.
aloe
There
into,
is a
like,
little
that's
bit of
like
a
a plant.
medicinal
If you just use the
aftertaste
pure
Yes.
aloe, you
that I
could
really don't
get
care
rid of
too
that.
much for. So I'm gonna have to give this sausage here
He ground down a houseplant once for a sausage.
a 3.5
I would
out of 5.
definitely be more willing to eat the aloe vera sausage than the Vaseline sausage.
Yes.
Warnings for external use only.
It ain't me. I ain't no fortunate one.
No, you
Somebody
are not.
mail this man a wooden spoon. It will make his life a lot easier.
He'll refuse to use it.
Yeah, his house is probably full of them, and he just won't actively.
You know what? He would probably put it on the table so that it's visible while he's doing stuff, but he's not touching it.
Wooden sausage, wooden spoon sausage.
Hold on.
Can I eat paint shavings?
What is this?
As in sausage form.
Fluff sausage. Is somebody else trying to muscle in on his territory?
Where?
Oh boy.
Oh, Peaches.
Are we having sausage wars? Oh no, it's her
Oh, she's
reacting to him.
So we'd be reacting to no.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
There doesn't need to be that many levels down.
If we weren't over time already, I would want to do it just for the giggles, but
I have a lady who's like, I made a video and she was just like, why is this person care and like so interested in like basically stalking me around? I'm like, lady, I'm reacting to a video you made about me, you melon.
Why do you care about videos about you?
Melon.
Why would I respond to a video about myself? I don't know.
Why are you stalking her while she's stalking you?
I mean, don't talk about me talking about you. It's one of those things where it's like, thank you for giving me an excuse to never have to look at another video you make about me ever again. I've been blessed.
All right. Well, we've been blessed.
In that video that I responded to, she complained that I wasn't responding to her or making enough content about her. It's so bizarre.
And then you do, and she's like, I don't like it.
Well,
panic.
We
lemon
have
grabs. They're all lemon grabs.
Yeah, we've been blessed. # blessed, mostly by Chesh. And Girly in spirit. She's kind of having an out-of-body experience right now where she's kind of over our shoulders trying to scream at us that any minute now the portal to the 12th dimension will open. But we can't see ghosts. We're not ghost seers. You know, we didn't.
It's true, but watching the trailer for that horror game really made it feel like she was here.
Yeah. I had some other stuff too. There's one about ants. The Ant World, the Ant Saga. It's based off a series of books about the Ant Empire, as it's called, and you're just in command of an ant colony.
Actually, speaking of which, I would recommend there's this game on Steam called Empire of the Undergrowth, where you're basically doing Dungeon Keeper but with an ant colony.
Ooh.
Recommended.
Neat.
It's very cool.
But anyway, how about we start with Chesh, and you want to plug before we're done?
I have it's rum and coke tomorrow on Monday, so it's basically just like a free-for-all conversation where everybody just kind of comes in and shoots the shit and talks about whatever they want to talk about, and so we have lots of smart people that come on and talk about sometimes smart things, and sometimes we have smart people coming on to talk about stupid things.
Sweet.
So we all just kind of show up, and
know.
it's like an open forum, just hang out and drink and have a good time. You're not obligated to drink if you don't want to. We do that once a month, the first Monday of the month. And then I have more videos scheduled for Fridays and Saturdays and stuff coming out. But yeah, other than that, swing on by. Go look at my cute dog on YouTube Shorts.
It's very cute. It's a very cute dog.
Puck is very cute. He is best boy. And don't follow my Twitter. Definitely don't go to my Twitter. Just don't be there.
And it's true. I already have, and I regret it already.
I'm regretting it right now, repeatedly.
Yep.
That's Twitter in the nutshell, anyway.
Am I doing Zelda today? Maybe. I might be doing Zelda on Twitch today. I do have art streams starting again on Twitch if people are interested in art, but I'll be doing that in the mornings. So if you're interested in that, that's starting soon.
Cool stuff. Krendar. And of course, link to Chesh and the Doobly-Doo. And Girly too. Krendar, what are you doing later?
Today. Oh, okay. In about half an hour.
You don't know me.
It's time.
Not my real dad.
It's time to continue Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and see what the thrilling conclusion of the Temple of the Ancients will be like. It has been weird.
Hated that in the original game. I was always under-leveled. I'd rush to it, and then I'd fall off the thing, and you have to fight the wall, the giant face.
That sounds like it's your fault if you're under-leveled.
Yeah, counter argument. Yeah, so what? You gotta make a big deal about the fact that own up who you are, and then they can never hurt you with it. And you see me crying a few seconds later.
Once the camera's off, yeah.
Yeah, well, I do. I mean, after the end of every streamer does that. The moment the cameras are off, we all just curl up into a ball and sob. It comes with the territory.
It's how you decompress.
Pretty much. That or hardcore drug use. That's why, Chesh, at some point in the near future, you and I should get drunk together on stream.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
As for your boy, Monday I am not streaming. Instead, what I am going to do is, if you are a member of the watch party, easiest way to do that is subscribing over on Twitch, and then joining the Discord. You and I and all of us can enjoy the new Avatar show. We're on episode 2 right now, but we're just gonna fast forward it. We're gonna watch a couple of episodes. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, I will not be streaming because I will not be here. So I'll be back on Friday for more Dragon Age, and then this Sunday coming, we have Luca coming in for the first time in a long while. See what's up. And if you know his name, you should be very pumped at this. Boglin Reacts is going to be joining us for the first time.
Hey. He of the Chronicles?
No, not the Chronicles. Reacts. They are two different people.
Oh, they're different people.
Yeah.
Oh.
The best way to tell them apart is that Reacts is the guy who made the sitcom entrance to the empty apartment one. I know we can find a way. He's the one who made that. And he's updated it too. So yeah, we can go in, and that'll be a very Cobe-centric episode. Let's be real here, because I also want to show Luca why it's pretty good that he's actually off the sauce. I can just show him up. I can show Cobe's like.
And one day maybe you'll get there yourself.
Nah, that doesn't sound like fun. I want to go to hell my way, and mine is very sooty. Very sooty road to hell.
There you go.
Alright, well, with that said, everyone, thank you all so much for showing up on screen and off. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have yourselves a fantastic day, week, month, and year.